You disappoint me.
I got hit with a sneeze at the worst time.
Should've just
It was a
sneezed
sneeze that turned into a cough. Oh god. I took a breath to start talking, and my lungs punched me. So, welcome back, everyone. After our little bit of a delay due to bad scheduling times and other unfortunate incidents, to another night of Borderlands D&D. If it can still be called D&D at this point, we have butchered some of the stuff.
We have duck dice.
I have duck dice. I'm using my duck dice. You guys ducked up. It's time for them.
Yay!
So, last we saw our potential vault hunters. We're in a bit of a pickle. There was a bit of a split going on. Everybody woke up with Barry in a cave. We started off the night of Bertram managed to find Barry's cave. They had a brief talk, had a brief confrontation due to disagreeing points of view, missions, objectives. There's a number of ways it could be said. After managing to defeat Barry with the help of his compatriots, Bertram stole his EchoNet device and picked up the remains of Rex and headed back to base to get healing and better assistance. The morning after, Barry woke up and proceeded to try to follow Crystal and Nessa and started along their paths while Crystal and Nessa kept going to try and lose even more tracks. However, somebody had a warning and woke up in the belly of the Thresher as Schmeat was slowly suffocating and burning in acid. However, thankfully, shortly after, the Thresher seemed to have set off some kind of trap or other device as it was blasted up into the air before it opened up by one Felix. After a brief chat and agreeing to help out, Schmeat jumped on Felix's truck and they headed off in a random direction. Along the way, they ran into Barry, who also hopped on as they were going to get EchoNets and potentially change some clothes because slime. While Nessa and Crystal proceeded to keep going and try to lose tracks, tried to lose any tails, make it harder to follow, and they stumbled across a bandit camp looking for a canteen. Upon looking and examining the bandit camp, nothing was really left to attack. They found some oddities, like some petrified stone versions of them and a number of butchered corpses. After a bit of caution and a couple bits of gunfire, they approached the camp and were surprised by meeting their new friend, I say in question marks. I say in quotations, not question marks. Wow.
Question marks work too.
Question marks work too, I guess. Proceeded to have a bit of a chat before displaying the fact that their new friend was indeed a fellow siren. And we ended off there while they were having a chat to decide what to do, and that is where we shall start.
Yeah, they were debating whether Schmeat was people or not.
They were debating if Schmeat was people or not.
They decided Schmeat was not people. Keep up.
However, Tanya, Crystal, and Nessa are all in the spot. They were still debating what to do and where to go.
I'm sorry, Schmeat.
You're just not people.
You don't have to apologize to not people. That's not true. We apologize.
I apologize to objects.
Yeah. Yes.
You also apologize to your pets.
But do you put those objects above people?
Yeah,
Some
sometimes.
people.
Well, alright then.
I mean, they're your pets. Yep.
But
I don't know, I
in
don't
fact,
really
you guys,
treat
I believe it was early afternoon when you guys were had met up and were talking. I currently have that feeling of like every overarching thing where you're playing God with your toys and you're pushing through them together like, talk, please.
Tanya just sitting there, turning her head back and forth, watching them talk about Schmeat, discussing his people or not people.
We left off with this.
Did we actually?
Yes.
Yeah, you actually did.
Okay, please remind me, what side of the debate was I on?
That he
Not
was
people.
You're
What?
on people's side.
Okay, cool. I was gonna go start on the people's side, but if I was on the other side, I would hate how to speak for myself.
Fair. Consistency of argument. I respect it.
Nessa was not people.
No, we pull a Daffy Duck and we switch.
I am fine with that too. So realistically, Smeet is more people than we are people.
Go
Smeet
on.
eats people, which means he is 100% people. He eats exclusively people. He is 100% people, where we're part plant, or part whatever random animal we decide to eat.
We've been eating a lot of jerky.
We've been eating a lot of jerky.
I don't know what kind of jerky, but I don't want to know that.
I don't think those are questions we should ask.
Might
Or
be
we should
people
look for. It's not people jerky.
And you know it's not.
Hope it's not
It's
people
not people jerky.
That was promised that they just didn't tell you what kind of jerky besides that.
Mm. Yeah, now I don't want to think about that.
But you know,
I
the
don't want
thing
those
is,
thoughts in
though,
my head.
I've seen Smeet grow a tail. I don't think humans have tails.
I mean, people have tails. They're just embedded
Humans walk around in baggy
in their
shorts.
bodies.
Going, hi, Helen.
I just want to know, random intercept here. What is Tanya's image of Shmi at this point?
You saw him on TV.
Oh, that's true. You did see Shmi on TV.
Also,
Very, very
Tanya,
briefly, because he did spend most of his time underneath a truck.
probably a bit more charcoal burned than he should actually be in coloration, but Tanya has also picked up a limb and has just been taking pretty much getting the bone out.
Well, that silence, though.
Are they staring judgmentally?
I don't know. We're all very silent.
I'm just waiting on them.
Lemax? Are you judging? Are you silently judging the person who just picked a bone out of a statue?
No, I got distracted. I was trying to look for... Nobody got my joke, so I was trying to look for something to explain my joke.
To be honest,
I didn't hear your joke.
you got cut off.
Oh. I said humans walk around in baggy shorts.
Are you sure? Okay. I
Saying,
heard
hi,
that.
Helen. Nobody watched the movie Fern Gully, I see.
Oh, I've seen that one. It's just been literal 2 decades
Years?
now.
Never seen it.
Human
decades.
tails, humans don't have tails. They walk around in baggy shorts covering the big, big bobs going, hi, Helen.
I miss Robin Williams now. But back on track before we get devolved too far.
It's too late.
You guys were currently deciding on how to proceed, and I believe we're debating whether or not to let your friend, your new friend, and question and quotation, Tanya, come to you as she wishes to.
You will let her. Of course you will.
Getting the sneaking suspicion we should have just waited for me.
I think you're cutting off a lot there, Max.
I hear Max say like one word and then that's it.
Yeah, I can hear her say a full sentence in the other room, but it cuts off after like the first opening blurb for a second.
I don't know why.
See that
Yeah,
right there?
You're also cutting off for me, though, Matthew.
Am I cutting off for everybody else?
No.
It's just our internet.
Huh. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Well, What were you trying to say, though?
What are your job qualifications?
Points at bandits.
She's gonna sit down on the ground and she's gonna pull out a little notepad and a pencil. Anything else?
I got a bike.
Bikes are helpful.
What are they?
Writes down the note. Do you have any references?
Not alive ones. Well, I can also kind of transfer life force a little bit, but requires something you probably won't be comfortable with. But if you're dying, I can save you.
What about any criminal activity?
It's Pandora, honey.
How do we know you can be trusted?
I don't
And she's
like
gonna slap her notebook on her leg.
No, I don't really like lying or mistrust. I'm just kind of truthful. I just kind of do things. Really don't like being lied to.
So
She's gonna
proud.
stare at her. She's gonna stare at her very intensely to see if she breaks.
Tanya taking the bone that she just took out of someone's arm, putting it into a bag, pulls out a hammer, starts beating it.
I don't think she's all there. In that Smeet's endearing sort of way.
I am working on making bone black.
She's gonna look at Tex. What do you think, buddy?
You take the bones, smash them up, and you burn them, and you can make makeup out of them.
Tex is
A
honestly
robot.
probably just staring very still as robotics.
Or tattoo ink.
It is probably kind of looking behind and around some, just in general.
Well, Tex doesn't seem startled by you.
How does the Roboraptor thing work?
It's too complex for you to understand.
Probably. 95%.
I can't hear you at all, Matthew.
Oh, I
it
moved my
wasn't.
thing up so I didn't laugh loudly in my headset.
Oh. I could hear you saying something from the other room, but I couldn't hear you in the mic.
I said, ouch.
It's just true.
Just smashing the bones there.
She's gonna look at Crystal.
You guys asked my qualifications. What do you guys do? I mean, you sound like you made a robot thingy, and I've seen and have a vague idea what you can do. You run fast and you punch that guy.
Punch a lot of people.
I can shoot good.
What do you shoot? What do you shoot? Gun. What kind of guns do you shoot? Digistruct a revolver and other handguns, so they're just twirling them on her in her hands.
Me personally, I'm a
Undigistruct.
sniper gal. But I can work on about any gun you need to. Kind of like the main thing I know.
I have more stab people normally, but I have guns just in case. Also, I've got this other thing that I do, but I can't really show it right now because I kind of need a target, and Not a friendly target?
We'll save that for later. What you think, boss? What we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. This is weird. I don't trust
We probably
it.
should get to find this meat, though. Do you have anything that belongs to Schmeat?
Smith didn't have a lot of belongings.
Did he, like, bite you anything? Does he have any of his scent on you?
No, not at all.
Wait, do I still have my bite mark?
I mean, probably the remnants of it healing. It has been several days, and you have injected yourself with some healing juice.
Would it still smell like his mouth? Probably not. I'd be. Can Tex smell my bite and see if he can smell?
You can try.
Can
Tex smell?
Yes, Tex can smell. Actually, it was requested.
What would I roll for that?
Perception, I say with question marks. Can I smell the several-day-old musk of saliva?
He's a pretty stinky dude. I think it would stick around. $24.
Tex sniffs your ankle. And then goes back to just looking around.
You guys also ran through water for a while, didn't you?
Correct. They went into the water at least.
Also been running for several days. She's probably covered in sweat. Probably covering over the scent of any sort of saliva.
Well, how are we gonna find Schmeat?
Smith can probably find us. He's been close enough. He probably has our scent. Remembered? Maybe. Is that how he works?
She's just gonna put her hands up like,
One way or another, he's on this planet, so we'll find him eventually. Right?
Oh, she's gonna snap, and she's gonna go, oh yeah, I forgot. And she's gonna try to, like, contact Rex.
How are you doing so? Out of
She's
curiosity.
gonna go up. She's going to
Rex
go
was
up to
destroyed.
Tex.
Oh,
Nessa
true.
doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Rex is broke. Eric shot
Jessa
Rex.
doesn't know that yet, though.
Nessa doesn't
I
know
know.
that.
No, I was reminding Matt.
Yes, I know. But thank you.
She's gonna go over to Tex. She's gonna open his mouth, and there's gonna be like a little thing of buttons in his mouth, and she's gonna like type in a code and send out a signal.
It's like, you guys watch the mouth open, and then like a panel on the bottom of his mouth towards the back of it just also slides open. You send off the signal to like basically activate and tell it, hey, start this way. However, very quickly that signal rebounds back and shows that it has found nothing.
I would also like to add, I think it'd be really cute if a little satellite, like little circle satellite, comes out of the top of his head and it just turns around and goes boop, boop, boop.
It absolutely can. But very quickly you find out that there is no receiving signal. Whatever you're sending it out for to activate and pull in is not reaching. For one reason or another.
That's concerning.
How long
She's
have you
gonna try
been
the
able to
signal
do that?
again. Oh, he's always been able to do that. He also plays music.
He's not constantly, like, receiving a signal, is he? Or sending
Oh
out
no.
a beacon?
Oh no. Do not worry about that. I have it. That's why I had to put that nifty little code in there so I could activate the signal and I can deactivate it.
Okay, cool.
I thought it through.
Yeah, no, yeah. I didn't doubt you at all. I just wanted to make sure. Just double check.
She's gonna send out the signal again.
Very quickly gets the exact same thing of basically error receiver not found.
Well, she's gonna turn off the signal. Well, I don't know where Barry is. I can't contact Barry.
Got to assume the worst. Someone probably caught up to him. Took him
I
out
hope
and
he's
stole Rex.
okay.
You did give Rex the order to explode, right?
I did. Oh no, he probably self-destructed. Poor little guy.
I know it's not, but I just picture some random soldier picking it up, and then a middle finger, an emoji of a hand flipping somebody off, flickers onto its screen before it just.
It is safely hidden at the moment.
You don't sound too
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
concerned.
Bertram has it in a special cavity.
That no one else can enter.
What?
Well, you guys. I didn't mean to cut off.
Tanya has stopped crushing bones and is sitting cross-legged in her chair. At this point, just has just brushing her hair, listening to their conversation.
Fair. While you guys debate and decide how to proceed forward, I think we shall flick over to Bertram. Bertram, it's approaching into the afternoon, we'll say for you.
Well, hold on.
To
Let's
the point
rewind my time. I got stuff I gotta do.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was going to say the time clock is ticking down, and like you said, into the afternoon was for your full recovery to be good to go. During that time, you want to do something?
Yeah. Before then, I'm gonna go by R&D and just whomever's in there, look at them and kind of like tap my shield and go, I want a better one. Can you guys figure something?
The lady working at it turns around, looks up at you, and says, "All right, what are you wanting to requisition? Better how?"
Bit more adaptable if you could. Take that and run with it. Just physical blocks are sometimes nice.
You do mean you are referring to your physical shield, right?
Yes.
Not your shield generator.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Alright, adaptable and run with it.
I don't know, put a fucking blade launcher in there or something, make it kick ass.
Do you want to leave that
That
here,
actually
or do you
would
want
be
me to just
kick ass if you
start
could
a
do that.
new one?
Well, you could probably
Do you wanna
start a
leave
new
that
one.
one
This
here,
one's more
Or
like,
do you want me to just...
it's beat up.
We'll
probably
get
be
you some
better.
materials and start work on it. It might take a day or so.
Yeah.
But can do, and she goes back over, and you see as she pulls out her echo, punches some things in, you just basically see like a checklist and a couple things slide up around it.
And then I have to go near the science portion R&D people. Like the techies with
Okay,
the computers.
science portion on the other end of this.
Yeah.
So effectively, you walked into the motor pool where the more like hands-on mechanical R&D aspect is. Actually, you probably would see Jethro over in one of the corners. He's just out of the way working on something else.
I waved.
But
That is
attached to
busy.
the motor pool is another section, which would be the more scientific portion of it. It's just a extension to the building.
Okay.
So we're like programming nitty-gritty shit.
For them, I have to do this. I'm like obligated. I'm going to pull out Rex's destroyed form and go, I got a thing.
All right, you stop somebody with just honestly oversized glasses, and they look like a giant owl staring at you, even as they're blinking. All right, you have some robotic wreckage.
Yeah. Don't fix it, but I'm currently on a quest to make it to where I have to find people, and this is theirs, and they're gonna want it back. So you have to put a bug in it, or else it'll look suspicious.
Fix it and put a bug
No
in
fixing. Just put a bug in
it. No
it.
fixing.
She'll
Just
fix
putting
it.
a bug in it. Okay, we'll see what we can do to hide a bug in it.
That's gonna take very long.
Just
If
leave
not,
it
I'll just
here.
hang out.
Let me look at it. To work it into the software, probably looking at like late tonight, early in the morning to hide it properly.
Need it before I head out, which says time.
We can try. If it looks like it's not going to be hidden well, do we want to get rid of it? Do you want to just scrap the idea or put it in anyways?
Just do whatever. It can be a shit thing. It just has to be in there. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
They blink again. Just a giant owlish eye staring at you. We'll see what we can do.
all
Fix
right.
it up.
I think if I stay out of medbay any longer,
But fix it up by like sliding it onto a tray. They don't really want to touch it too much right now. It is still kind of sparking and stuff.
okay. I think if I
and
stay out of
walks off to
medbay
one of
any
the
longer, one of the medics is going to punch me. So I'm going to go back there so they
They'll
can
do
finish
that.
treating my acid wounds.
And you head back to the medbay and finish healing it. Towards the end of this, the medbay will open, and 3 individuals will walk in. No, I'm sorry. Just one of them will walk in. She is standing medium-ish height. Nothing outstanding, but not particularly short. Blonde hair and a very short ponytail. A couple scars running like across the hands and some along the face. Like decent, like a decent quality, like crimson, like breastplate on. Are you Bertram?
I am.
All right. I'm Ranger Lodi. I'm part of the team that'll be escorting and assisting you later this afternoon in our search for the siren.
All right.
I was coming to check up on your condition and to see if the recovery time was accurate. How you
Can't
feeling?
see my wounds. Like I
How
got
you
blowed up.
That's about right. So you're doing better than before, it sounds like, at least.
So.
Well, we are here and ready to assist, as according to the Commandant. Let us know when you are ready to head out, and probably a little bit before so we can get a plan of where we're going.
Have you been given a
You wish to
rundown
tackle this?
on what you're dealing with?
Absolutely would love a rundown. I would appreciate it, the Sergeant would, and Hoyle will too.
Whenever it comes to it, let me try to talk, though I doubt it'll go very well. And then he proceeds to give a rundown. I don't want to waste like an hour and a half
that's
going,
fair.
this is what this character...
No, that's fair. All right. Is there anything you're trying to like leave out, or deception, or just very forward with what's happening?
Well, all the information I can say is information they already know, so I can't really obfuscate anything.
Okay, I just was checking to make sure.
Really put it into like perspective. Hey, sent me out with a couple guys last time. They thought they were enough. They both fucking died in under a second. Maybe one of them lasted 5.
Noted. Well, we are better than them at this. So let's do better.
A little LA Noir press to doubt thing appears over my screen for a moment.
Your finger hovers over the button as you question whether or not to push it.
I doubt, but let's go along.
Alright. But otherwise, recovery time will go smoothly enough where you can meet up with them.
But the only thing I've got is probably physically following the tracks that we currently have. Might want to have a smaller unit ghost us a little bit ways back, just in case everything goes to shit again. So maybe we can not die. It's like a truck or something.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as you approach to meet up, you will see that they're gathered around a table, currently in the cafeteria area, playing a game of cards. Is a very large, like not as big as like Apollo, but definitely in the same brand of him, of like heavily armored, like thick plated, number of you can see a number of mechanisms around it for Digistruct gear and such. And you can see on their on the armor, it is tack welded on, basically, of a name tag just labeled Hoyle with the rank, and it seems to be they're an engineer. Lodi is there, who you just spoke to her. And then there is a kind of shorter, 5'3", pepper black short hair and mustache, older man just smoking a cigar in the middle of this, squinting furiously at both of them.
So I take it that
I was gonna say, as he came in, after a brief moment, Lodi would recognize and just notice you and wave you over.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, time to meet each other. Bertram, this is Engineer Hoyle, points at the big guy in armor. This is Sergeant Brewer. And yes, he will be smoking that the whole time, and yes, it will be obnoxious. Both of you, this is Bertram. They are our new individual that we are testing.
Oh, I'm still being tested. Yay.
This is your trial run. It never finished, did it?
That's fine.
I believe you mentioned earlier wanting to set aside and have somebody tail behind us, part of the group tail behind, so it wasn't all wiped out in one go by accident.
More of an ERT. Or EMT, technically.
In which case, Hoyle and Brewer here will probably follow us in a truck, or a technical of sorts. What is your preference? What is your vehicle preference? Are we taking off in the same one, getting our own individual bikes as you were on before? How do you want to handle that?
Given that they could still be somewhere difficult to access, I still have to lean on the side of bike.
Alright.
Even though they blow the fuck up.
Well, we can get a technical that can load both of them up. You do get a message, coming through the door is the same guy with the owlish, very owlish glasses, coming through with a tray holding the remains of the remains of Rex. Yes, you said you needed this by around now. Here it is.
Yep, thanks for that.
It was short notice, but we did what we could. Not the best job we've ever done, but we got enough. Well enough, I think.
Alrighty. Cough, cough.
Nods and just kind of backs away and leaves quickly. They
That's
are not
fine.
the people
Goodbye.
to deal with this. Well, shall we set out?
Gonna swing by medbay just in case to have a couple extra health vials they can spare. But otherwise, sure.
2.
Excellent.
Right, you guys load up and set out. As before, Hoyle and Brewer will jump into one of the technicals and follow the both of you out. Are you heading back to the cave?
That's the last point of contact.
Alright. I'm not going to make you do a check for that. You've been there. You can get back pretty readily, easily enough. A little ways of driving, a little time later, you come to it. Including the mess. It is good to note that by now, Barry is gone.
Righty. Between the big guy and the robot, there should still be something left over.
Make a survival check. You
I
do
think-
get advantage
yep.
because Lodi is there to help.
Dice, you went rogue and hopped outside the thing. How dare you? But you rolled better than the other dice.
Before he walked off, someone stepped in it.
Barry, what?
I said Barry took a steaming shit before he left. Someone stepped in it.
That would be a 1.
21.
21. You can find some traces of tracks. Not a ton, given the fact that the Highlands is a lot of mix of soil and rock, unfortunately. But you can have a start of a trail.
Working with what I got.
It will take some time to follow, because even though you have bikes to catch up distance, you have to stop pretty regularly to keep checking for tracks. As you go around bends, you just climb up. You have to try to get up a couple very rough hills that take a second. I would like you to just make a driving check for me. See how well you handle the rough terrain.
Okay. Driving is a good one that I rolled very poorly in. 14.
14. Alright. So, because you're here and Ranger Lodi's here, it helps out a lot that you have a second assist, somebody else who can help find ways up and around. I'll keep an eye on the trail. That's enough to keep going. I won't say you make optimal speed, but you keep moving at a steady pace through a lot of the day.
During 1-1, whenever I'm messing with just some of the stuff on my Echo and other stuff, I'm going to send Barry a message, whose Echo I have in my pack.
Correct.
I will now send you this message. You will send it to him when the time is right.
Whenever he gets it.
Exactly. Send! And then we continue.
Now, just to note, I just want you to know something. Echoes aren't accounts that you log into the Echo on. An Echo device is just an Echo device. It's like older style, like flip phone. They don't have an account.
But this is still logged into his, so if I look at it, it should have a little notification signal on it.
Yeah, if you looked at his, that one does have one on.
Yep.
That one specifically.
All I need.
Alright. That'll be for him. If you have to give him that Echo device back, though.
I know.
Okay. As long as, I'm sorry, I was just making sure we're on the same page. Absolutely good to go, then.
Yeah, this is being sent basically to this physical device, and whenever he gets a new one, he may or may not have access to it. What?
Are you trying to hide it at me? Like, trying to slip it in there where she doesn't notice?
What I meant to do is send this before we left, but it slipped my mind to say it.
Since you didn't say earlier, I'd like you to make a sleight of hand check. I will give you advantage because your guys are very distracted trying to climb walls and other things.
Yep, that's why I figured I might be able to get away with it.
Absolutely, there is plenty of distractions, including a few moments. Like at one point, she gets jumped by a small spider ant that jumps and lands on her back, and she spends a moment dancing around trying to fucking grab it and rip it off.
I'm actually really quite good at sleight of hand, so that is going to be a 28.
And in the middle of this, your thumbs just blur. If this were a cartoon, it'd probably be smoking, and your gloves, if you had any, would have a small hole burnt into them. But you managed to type that message out and have it slipped in. While you're making progress, eventually you come to a point of divergence where basically a path heads off. As you're coming down a cliff, one path heads off towards the right, towards a road, and the other path continues left, and you notice as it crosses it a little ways down and continues across it. At this point, it's hard to distinguish particularly which foot trail is which. If you wish, we can flip a coin, because I think you can take a guess of above game. Or if you wish to apply a reasoning, absolutely provide it.
Well, I don't know what direction it is. Because above game, I think I want to go west. But I don't know which direction the road is.
And the other one does keep. Both of them were going west, and they just split a little bit. They're both going vaguely in the west direction with some variants of south and north. One of them just stops at the road.
Staring at them both. contemplating, thinking really hard, having an idea. I concentrate really hard on the feeling I get whenever I have to use the make everything go boom ability from the Heelrigger thing, because I know it's connected to Crystal. This is probably completely fruitless, but I just try really hard.
Make a charisma check at disadvantage, since yours is a...
I know this
boost
ends
rather
with
than your
I
base.
fart, but that's fine.
As long as it's not more than a fart.
I know. 11.
11. You start to focus really hard, and Letty takes a couple steps back as you start to have, like, cross your fingers, like, some of your veins at the front light up, and, like, energy starts to course out a little bit as you try to focus really hard on it, and, like, for a second, your hand, like, splits into multiple overlays, almost like it's going through the dimensions, but then it just snaps back, and unfortunately, you don't really have a direction to go off of from that.
Had to try. I look to the leftmost one.
Absolutely
This
fair.
one.
Leftmost one. Leftmost one would be going across the road and keep going. As you proceed to follow that track for a little ways, you do run into the very quick issue of that one runs into a stream and disappears.
Okay. Just walk across it. If there's things on the other side.
Go across it, and on the other side, there's not much going on. Make a survival check. This one will have to just be fully at disadvantage.
14?
Unfortunately, it seems at the moment is the track's headed into the water and disappeared. So it's pretty reasonable to assume that since there's nothing on the other side, they might have went up or down the stream one way or the other.
That's fine. If it's the same
It is
stream,
good to
if I
know
look
that with the
down,
14,
there should be a...
You did see some, like, claw marks that's, like, dug into the stone some, but then it hit the water and stuff is obfuscated.
Well, if this is the same stream, if I look to my left, then I should downstream see the town that they didn't go to, right?
Correct.
So I would like to head over there.
Alright. We'll pop back to that as you proceed on. For the sequence of events in time, I would like to ask to Crystal and Nessa and Tanya, do you guys have a bit of a plan on how you would like to proceed? On the sequence of events that are going to be happening here.
So, where do you guys plan on staying for the night?
Nessa and I are still running away, so we're still running away. That's our plan of action.
So,
It's
within
only
somewhere.
mid-afternoon. That's not to you. That's to Matt.
Oh.
Out of character. So, our plan of action is just keep running.
Okay, you want to keep moving?
Just keep running in the same direction we were going before. Get as far away as possibly can.
Alright, do you have a... are you guys letting... This is an important question as above game then. Is it Tanya coming with, or allowed to come with? Because she does have a bike.
They would not expect us on bike. I could put Rex Tex back in his compartment, and we could take the bike, and then they wouldn't even know.
But they would, because then there's tire track.
Yeah, but we don't have a bike.
Oh. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's smart.
We left on foot, so if we take a bike and there's no text prints, no
That's
transit.
really, really smart.
Thank you. I'm really smart.
She built a robot. You gotta be pretty smart to do that. Also, a lot of people just kind of bike in this area, like, really fast. A lot of them, you ever see a bandit just go full speed just off a cliff?
No.
It looks like a small little bump, and then just, boom, canyon.
I did that before, didn't I?
Alright. if you guys do choose to go on Tanya's bike, it is meant for 2 people. And because none of you are exceptionally big, I will let 3 people be on it. However, periodically, it will be a balance check for people to stay on. Because 3 will be pushing it a little bit.
That sounds
I
like
don't know what a balance would be.
Probably
You're saying
acrobatics.
just steal the bike.
Probably acrobatics or a dex save. I would let you
Would that be the
choose.
person? Would that be the person that's on the back of the bike?
It would be everybody.
Okay. Well, if I'm in the middle of the bike, it's gonna be harder for me to fall off because I'm gonna be sandwiched.
No, that just means the whole bike can tip if you're grabbing someone and they're falling over.
Oh, I've never rode a bike before.
Balance is precarious.
Since we're currently in the bandit camp, did they have any vehicles?
Currently
Do they have
here,
a side
no.
cart?
That is not a question I can answer. That is a question for Tanya. Or Robert in this case.
Don't have one. How quick can you make one?
Is there stuff for me to make one?
Make an investigation check?
Why was that asked like a question?
No problem.
You said what?
Investigation.
Everything. He died. Come here, ducky.
Quack.
That's a 16.
Behold the happy cluckers.
I won't say you could. I'm going to say you probably have enough materials to make a sidecar, but you could potentially very quickly weld and tack on a bit extra to the seat to make it a lot easier to balance.
Can I do that?
That is up to Tanya.
Would you mind me messing with your bike?
Go ahead. Oh, I don't break it. Doesn't
You have a
much gas.
mechanics kit.
So it's finally a lot more inconspicuous track-wise.
I mean, it's full
No,
on
I have
gas.
robotics.
I would let this one, since it's not a full work, be a tinker's kit as well.
I do have tinkers.
I will let that slide on this one. This isn't a full working. This is literally just a rough extra bit of seat and barring to help balance.
Nessa's gonna happy clap and she's gonna like slap on her goggles.
Only got a couple days worth of gas, so not gonna go too far with it, but unless we find some more somewhere along the way.
25.
That was part of this. I was going to say this was part of this stop was refilling your gas.
Yeah.
And 25 is enough. I'd say it probably takes you an hour to tack weld it on, make sure it's nice and snug and it's not going to go anywhere. As you just spin out a small handheld, self-contained welding set kit, and just start slapping all of that on there.
And she's gonna put Tex back in his pocket portal.
All right. You are all good to go. As you all get on for the first time, everybody please roll an acrobatics or a dex save for me as you start to take off.
Or a dex save.
It is an or.
Whoa, buddy.
Because fun note, mounting rules are a little inconsistent sometimes.
5.
I'll take the dex save on that.
That's a 5.
Hang on, are you taking the save or the...
Nessa's never rode a bike before.
Wait, that is a good question. Is this a save or an acrobatics?
They're both the same.
No, they matter.
It matters. In this instance.
They have
Wait,
an
for the
aura
dex-
that makes one better.
You're within 10 feet of Tanya. You get buffs.
It's above game bullshit.
Correct.
You want to make the save if your thing is the same as your acrobatics.
I'm gonna make the save.
Hey,
Okay.
you're welcome.
You get an
Thank
extra.
you. Thank you for
Yeah,
raising my hand.
You get an extra +4.
Did 9.
Okay. Crystal and Tanya then.
27.
To be honest, I kind of lost my dice. And I forgot what type of save I need to make.
Thaddeus, you need about like 5 times as many dice as you have.
I put them up and put them in a bag and then put them away.
You
And I
need
forgot
more
where I
dice.
put the bag. I found them now. So what type of save
You
do I need
need
to
more
make?
dice.
Someone sneak into his house and put D4s everywhere on the floor.
I
Of
would. I would
course.
send you more dice. I'd send everyone else dice. But no, I don't know who you are. You don't actually exist, Thad, so you don't gain more dice.
He'll remember the pain.
What is Oh, sorry, you were getting your dice.
I don't know what save it is. Is it acrobatics?
It's a dex save or an acrobatics check.
Oh.
We have one
With a
really
save,
high.
You get a plus, what, 4?
It's so
Because
fucking
of-
cold in my house.
His aura thing?
You got a
Correct.
plus 4 to all saves when next to Tanya.
Okay, 17.
All right, we have really high, right in the middle, and kind of low. I'd say overall, it is a pass. A little wobbly and rickety at the start, but it's a pass as Tanya revs it up and you all take off.
I put goggles on first.
Touche.
Nessa has her goggles on already, but Nessa's
Oh,
just
touche.
happy she got on the bike.
As you guys rev up to speed and take off. We will flip over now to Schmeat and Barry. As the hours pass, as everybody continues to on their track and way.
So are we heading back to that one city, that one town that we had that we left our Lancer in?
No, Felix told you that they had a stop to make first, and then they would head back to the town if you needed to. But the stop they were making should have spare EchoNet devices. Echo devices.
Well, you don't have just regular accounts. It's like a flip phone, right? Yeah. That's how you just explained it. Matthew.
They're not going to a town. No, they said they're making a stop somewhere. They didn't really say where. You didn't really ask.
It's an entirely different question.
Aquanet. The Equinet.
We moved on.
Sorry.
EchoNet. This is an entirely different question.
I'm sorry. What was the question then to make sure I'm on the right track?
You didn't answer the question. Okay, that makes more sense then. Am I coming in patchy? Or do you just...
I don't know what happened. The word blurbed weird in my brain, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure my Wi-Fi had just crapped on me. Okay. The way you'd explained it to Arik is that they're like flip phones, right? The EchoNet? There's no actual account. There's actual physical things that have specific areas.
There's not really accounts for like the EchoNet device and messaging. That's just the EchoNet device. You can use it to sign into stuff on the EchoNet, like the equivalent of websites and other things. But the device itself is basically like everything, especially here, would be like a $25 flip burner flip phone equivalency.
Yeah.
It's just a number in account. It's just a number in a device.
Okay, and Nessa with Crystal don't have Echo devices right now because they destroyed theirs, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do I remember Bo Hancock's number? Good.
I will have you make an intelligence check, just because that's not the kind of thing that Barry particularly holds on to normally. I'll let you make an intelligence or wisdom.
Well, thank you for giving me the option. I'm sure this will be positively useful. Yeah, with both +0 to both of them.
Oh, good.
11.
That's equal.
I've not rolled it yet.
Remembering long digits is hard.
What?
Remembering long numbers is hard.
Bitch, I can barely remember my number.
Exactly.
Oh, 15! That's not too bad.
15 was basically what you needed for this. I'd say yes, you probably could get a hold of Bo Hancock.
Yay!
When you get a device.
When I get advice, yeah. Well, I kind of need somebody to talk to for it to actually be any useful.
True.
Okay.
Time goes on. I really quickly would like Crystal and Nessa to make perception checks as the day proceeds before I narrate this next event.
At some point along the way, Tanya would have asked Nessa if she could play music.
Perception?
That was the no.
Perception.
26.
26. That's amazing.
I got 14.
That is less amazing, but that is still solid.
That sounds like a
Right.
compliment sandwich.
A little bit. All right, so as the time proceeds on, probably about an hour and a half in to everybody's driving here, you, everybody in the truck, so with Barry, Schmeat, and Felix. Also, wait, I meant to ask, is Medina back yet?
The chicken
Yeah,
killed
man.
him.
Okay, making sure. Because I just realized I haven't heard you talk much.
No, reading and no baby. I changed the diaper.
That's fair. That's fair. I just wanted to make sure before I got too far into this.
Yeah,
Felix will turn to the two of you guys and say, "Well, we're about there. Just around it up a little bit here." And as you guys have been going and winding away, you keep going forward, then to the west a bit more, then back to the left, then to the west a little bit more, and then back down southwest again, curving around up and through some of these higher ridges. And you guys will come down over one rocky bit, and she'll just be like, "Hold on, just a quick. Oh, I'm pretty tight here." As you guys drive over and just kind of semi-controlled slide down this rocky surface, as it just boom. Barry, make a strength check or a strength. What is it? Athletics or strength save?
Athletics or strength? Okay, that's an 11.
Plus anything?
Plus 7. That's an 11
Okay.
after I add 7.
Oh, okay, good. As you guys are going down, Schmeat, you're inside, so it's not as big of a deal for you as you hold onto the door. And Felix is quick pushing it back into the right gear as it goes down. Dun, 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 and then Barry, dun, 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 past you guys down the rock a bit. You take 7 points of damage.
Does
Bludgeoning
my
damage.
shield help?
It goes through your shield first.
Wait, I mean, wait, direct damage or that? Shield first?
It hits the
or is
shield. It hits the shield.
Okay.
As you just
The way you phrased it, I didn't know.
slam it all the way down and hit the bottom of the cliff, just laying there.
Ow.
As the truck hits the brakes and squeaks to a stop beside you at the base.
Hey, blinked a few times.
You all right there?
I'll be fine.
That's good.
I then get up. Ow. I get back on the car. Alright.
And it's good to know. And he says, "All right, we're just heading right there," and points over, and you guys see a bit of a divot. It'd be hard to see just driving past because of the way the rock walls line up. It creates almost like one of those optical illusions, where it's very easy to miss the opening because of the similar colors, the lining up just right to make it almost close. But you just notice it when they point it out. Oh, that's where we're going. And they start to gas it up and pull forward. Crystal, you're keeping your head on a swivel as you and Tanya are driving,
Constantly.
just to keep an eye out for danger, an eye out for issues, and all that.
Watching Tanya as
And as
well.
you
Make
do-
sure she's not going to drive us off a cliff. She did just say
Absolutely.
she drove people off a cliff.
That's fair. That's a fair concern. She does not seem all there to you.
No,
Yeah.
she said she watched people drive off a cliff. She didn't drive them off herself.
But still leaves the
As you guys are
possibility.
driving, probably an hour and a half into your drive, sticking mostly to some of the roads, then branching off a little bit, then back onto the road some. You're on one of these roads when you hear a bit of an engine roar, and you automatically just turn your head out of reflex. just in time to watch as a truck with a flatbed like technical, with a thresher loaded on the back, Schmeat hanging on the door, face still out the window, and Barry sliding past it down a cliff. A little good little ways off, but you definitely recognize them. They stand out a little bit, especially with how good your eyesight is.
I need
Before they stop,
information.
somebody leans out the window and says something to Barry, and he climbs back up on the truck after a second. And you watch as they start to pull forward and up towards like what you would have absolutely missed until they start to pull in to what looks like this like cave-ish area, like a bit of a different ravine, probably with a little bit of overhang, but not like a full proper ceiling. At least from this angle.
I need to know what type of expression's on Smeat's face right now, if I can see it. If I could have seen it.
That was a pretty good roll. Schmeat, what's your expression going down this hill, hanging out the window, and then watching Barry bounce past you?
Boing, boing, boing.
Excitement. It's fun.
Tongue lolling out.
Yes.
He's a dog. It's a dog expression of being out on a drive, isn't it?
After all, he's not a person.
But he's more person than all of us.
But that's effectively what you see, that excitement and all that jazz.
I see. I think I found Smeat.
Where is he?
I point in his general direction.
As she points, you catch just the tail end of a truck pulling into the ravine area I described.
Doesn't seem distressed.
No, can I see him?
No, you're catching like just the tail end of the truck bed.
Where we go, boss
Is
lady?
Smeat driving?
Oh, he's not driving. He has his head sticking out the window.
Actually, you might recognize them because you also explored the town. The person behind the seat was Felix, the one in the medical office back in Overlook.
Me?
You were actually on the walk too. You guys were stopping in and checking and everything that was in Overlook.
Yeah, but apparently I'm blind.
So fair, you wouldn't have seen it, but definitely Crystal would have.
Felix?
I don't know if you would have gotten their name. I don't believe you did, but you recognize them as the person that was in the medical office at Overlook.
Is it the one that gave me my
Oh,
mask?
the one that we... Is that the one we were arguing over trying to buy syringes?
Yes.
Health vials? No, that was a different place. That wasn't...
No. They didn't. You didn't get. You got They weren't
I did
arguing
go
over
there
that.
for
They
a
gave you
health
the
vial,
quest. They're the ones who did give you the quest to grab the. To try and get the what is it? Abnormal stalker.
You were
Oh,
there
yeah,
with me
stalker.
whenever I turned it in.
Yeah.
But you weren't
Okay.
there for very long, and you were probably nervous because there was a lancer just, tailing us at the
Who
time.
you vouch
But yeah,
for.
even if you don't know their name, you do recognize who they are at least to an extent.
You had to remind me there was a Lancer tailing us at that point.
Yeah, that's probably why you don't remember.
Yeah. That's definitely why I don't remember. This is all based on memory. Were they affiliated? Did they seem to be affiliated with each other in any sort of way?
They
Negative.
didn't seem to be affiliated in any particular way. They were just working in a medical office.
Yep.
You might be able
Are
to
they the
deduce the
ones that
fact that
gave me
they
my
wanted the
map?
stalker and didn't get it because of the lances.
It's because of them that Barry has a new shield.
I have a shield.
Oh.
That increases your HP.
Yoo-hoo. Boss lady,
Oh, yeah.
we going down there? Yes? No?
Yes, go that way. Don't be loud about it. Try to be quiet.
We are on a motorcycle.
Then stop
Vroom.
driving it and we'll wheel it over.
Well, we gotta catch up to a driving vehicle.
They're parking in the cave. I don't think we need to go catch up.
Okay.
Just need to wheel it over to the outside of the cave, leave it in a position so we can run out and escape should we need to.
All right, so you pop off. You guys slow to a stop. Make another acrobatics or dex save.
Dirty 20.
16.
Give me just a second.
Oh boy, I'm excited now. These are lower.
Don't forget your +4s.
I included it. My dice that
I
likes
heard
me
so much
is not liking me
pain
today.
in that sentence.
That's what you get for only having 2 sets and having one that likes you and one that doesn't. I say with quotations around each one.
Yeah, get dice like mine that I'll hate Matt.
One consistently
you.
rolls below 10, the other one consistently rolls above 10. Usually.
Mine
I
are
will
my
never
friends.
forgive what you did to Cap.
I should just roll the digital dice. They liked me more today. Hopefully.
That's because you have no
Got
dice.
23.
Okay, never mind. Overall, really good. You guys roll up to a stop. Nessa kicks out her leg like she's seen in every movie.
Smashes it into the
Shunts
side
it
of
a
the
little
rock.
bit, but it's okay. She walks it off. The other two of you do the realistic stop, having actually driven and ridden on motorcycles. But nobody falls off as you pop off and start walking that way. I will say, we'll flip back over to Schmeat and Barry since they'll have probably like a good 10 minutes before
Every
you guys
time you
make it
say
over there.
both
It's
their
just-
names, it reminds me of like a food group or item or something.
Which one, Barry and Schmeat?
Schmeat and Barry.
Schmeat and Barry!
Don't eat
It's
the ice
okay,
cream.
now we just have a food brand that you can create in-universe to rack up the dollars.
It's a cereal, Schmeat and Berries.
Exactly. Don't
Exactly.
ask about the ingredients.
Made on Pandora. You never ask about the ingredients.
Exactly.
Gunpowder in every
So-
bite.
As you guys start to pull into this cave, flipping back to the two of you on this, and eventually it does turn into a bit of a cave. It takes a little bit of a roundabout area before it starts to go down and dip. You guys can see it's very... How to put it? It's not very, very like close up. It's not like it's a super tight fit, but it definitely would take some wiggling to get in and out if you weren't careful.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to have made this drive before as they lead it on deeper in. You guys go down into a like downward steep angle, and you watch as at one point you guys will notice at one point you guys will notice that they just drive forward and pass over a couple of like little like red blinkers on each side. It seems like to like trip what is it, a laser trip of some kind. And they just keep going. As you guys pull deeper and go around in, you start to see patches of like a very like silverish, grayish metal with lines of occasionally pulsing purple energy running through.
What's that?
Barry, it is good to signify that the pulse of energy is somewhat similar to that runs through your muscle fibers as you start to channel your explosions.
I become the boom boom man. So those bombs?
She like leans back. What? I can't quite hear you in the cave. It's a little loud.
Are those bombs?
Oh no, those aren't bombs. We're all right.
Are you sure?
Very.
I mean, they look like I do when I start to. Wait, can I actually demonstrate a little with the, a little bit with how actually exploding? Matt?
Yes, I'm gonna say as you start to channel and lines start to run through you.
It's
Just
like
looks
wiggle
down
my
at that,
fingers
like
out
in
a
a
bit.
couple quick glances over and checking the mirror view. You know, in my professional-ish medical opinion, that doesn't look healthy.
Well, I do explode. But it doesn't kill me. And those look like I do before I start to explode every 6 or so seconds.
That sounds very unpleasant and very painful, I'm gonna admit.
It's not painful at all. It's wonderful. Give her a big old thumbs up and a smile.
Oh god, your friend's a masochist, she says to Schmeat. But as you guys continue to head on down, some of the pieces of metal with the energy lines start to become more pronounced. They stick out, they like go back underground, and you all pull out into a decently sized cavernous area with like a little bit of like some holes in the ceiling letting sunlight through sporadically. Before seeing what seems to be like on the one of the opposite ends, like not directly across, but off into the side a little bit, is these heavy sealed, what you would probably guess is like a circular door with a couple of different fault lines running through it. And some of the same metal running through and pulsing to it, splitting out and around. Bits and pieces of this, whatever this architecture are also peeking out around the cavern. And up into one of the corner sides, you see pulled up and around what looks to be a modified technical that is hitched up to a trailer that I will describe to us as like, it's like one of those camper trailers. Well, actually, no, camper trailer would absolutely fit in Borderlands. What looks to be like some sort of like just kind of worn and beaten camper trailer hooked up to it. And sitting out front of it currently in a lawn chair, but right up in front of a fire, what looks like they're cooking something, maybe like a lunch or such. Is an individual, got some like longer curly hair, has a like wide brimmed hat sitting on it, black jacket, jeans, very dark, a very like dark chocolatey skin, very much matching the picture of Clayton Hancock you were shown.
Wait, take me the guy we're supposed to find?
Indeed, that was the one that Bo asked you to have contact him if you ever ran across him.
I point at him. You!
As you pull up to a stop, as you pull up to a stop, as Felix pulls across towards it and hits the brakes, you just pop up and go, you! He looks up confused, like you started to recognize the truck, and you guys watch visible relaxation start in a little bit more, and then you go, you! And he just tenses up a little bit more.
Your dad says hi!
Gwens.
What'd you say?
He just like squints for a minute and then leans down and like pinches his nose of his nose. Goes, okay. Alright.
I think there's one too. I can't remember right now. Give me a few minutes. Hey, Smee, do you remember what we're supposed to do when we found the guy?
He turns and says, Felix, what the hell's going on? And they turn to you and goes, well, I was out checking for some of the traps, catch out, seeing some of the abnormalities are going on, and I got one of the threshers. The weird part was the thresher had eaten this one, and they point at Schmeat as he pops out of the side of the truck. And that one is their friend. And I promised to get him a echo device, because, well, honestly, he'd been eaten by a thresher. That's a bad start to a day. And he turns to look, looks over at Smee up and down. Well, at least you're still in one piece.
He's very hardy.
You know, we can cut that part off. He'll stand up and set the pan on it and stir some of the food real quick, and then I can walk forward and hold a hand out. Clayton Hancock. Though it seems you knew that?
Well, I mean, I didn't know before I came here, but... Should I shake his hand? I'm Barry.
Grip. It's nice to meet you, Barry. We'll talk about that weird opening in a second. And you? As he reaches down.
I wouldn't do that. Just like shakes his hands a bit.
To Schmeat. to shake a hand.
Shmeety.
I'll wait to see what happens.
If he tries to eat the hand, I will grab him and drag him back a bit. Hello? Smeety.
Medina, you alright?
Medina. Has the baby eaten the microphone?
Man, I hope not. That'd be a bad time.
would
Crunch,
be a bad
crunch,
time.
crunch, chew, crunch.
Oh, no. Feed baby more. Baby must eat all electronics in the house.
Well, for the moment, I'm just gonna say that until he pops back on, Schmeat's kind of distracted and just sidles up and sits across from the food and just stares at it as it cooks.
Ah.
He's like, right, I'll go ahead and go get that echo device real quick. Then we can sit and have a proper chat. How's that?
All right. My apologies for.
As he sidles up, and you're good. And it's something to note now. He also has on his clipped onto one of the belt loops. Something that would stand out is a small, oddly shaped piece of metal with similar lines, similar energy lines pulsing through that would catch your attention for a second before he keeps moving and the jacket falls back down over and covers it.
Does it look
And
like
he
a vault
walks
key?
up.
Or part of
Don't
my
know, you've
scroll
Never
thing?
seen a vault key. It does match it does, what is it? What's the term? It matches the architecture around it in at least general appearance.
Alright, so none of my business then. Okay.
Make a lore check. A history check, effectively.
Where the fuck are my dice? I don't know. I can use the deputy dice. I don't get it. It's for. Do I have anything to this one? Maybe. Best intelligence or wisdom. I suck at
It's
those.
an intelligence one.
I suck at those. Yeah, I got a 4. I don't think I got
Okay.
anything.
Nope, you don't. He rummages around for a minute and he'll come back out with an echo device. It looks a little beaten. It's a mix of green and pink. Painted on by hand, it looks like, but it's a functional echo device.
Well,
And
after
he
that,
hands it
he
to
did
Shmi.
hot pink.
Not hot pink, more of a dull pink this time.
Okay.
And he'll set the echo device down next to Smeet for him to take whenever he jumps back on.
If he does.
I'll have a recheck here. Medina, you good?
Medina.
Maybe a good moment for a break.
It may
Yeah,
be.
we can talk. You can talk first. Hopefully, before I forget entirely what we're doing.
Hold on a second.
Send him a message.
That's what I'm doing.
It doesn't look like he's muted.
Is it going to be a minute before we swap back to the other party, Matt?
I think I'll call a quick bio break. Just a quick break for you guys to run to the bathroom and all that jazz, while we wait for Medina to come back, because I don't really want to proceed with his talking scenes, with the talking scenes with him in it, without him being here.
All right.
And that's kind of where we're at. So quick bathroom break.
On break, sign, slap.
Eric, did I get my new colors?
I think it's
Yeah.
what you wanted.
I don't know. I can't see them.
What colors you got?
I asked for like a burgundy or plum. Or a mix.
Yeah, it's plum.
While we're doing all this, I'm gonna
Okay,
refill my
just
drink.
And I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Well, we are starting the process.
Do. So I'm doing Hollow Knight. I'm just like super fucking lost in the Deep Nest. Fucking nothing for it.
Deep Nest is a bit of a maze. So not surprised. At least it was a bit of a maze to me.
They have entire areas that just like blocked, and it's like there's like mazes in there, and they don't show you any detail whatsoever in the maze. It's just, oh yeah, there's this blocky area there, like as if it's like an open room or something. It's fucking open, it's a giant maze.
I mean, it makes sense. The Weavers didn't like to share.
Yeah. Oh, I found the Weaver Orb thing, or the Weaverlings.
Oh, some of the little spider babies.
Just want to know what the weird metal thing's all about. Does not reveal its secrets, and the internet does not know.
What weird metal thing?
What weird metal thing?
In Deep Nest, in the maze or nearby, there is a big metal thingy hanging upward, and it doesn't do anything.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, they definitely just kind of left that
It's just
unexplained
there.
as far as I know. I wonder if it has anything to do with the giant spire that they built the lighthouse on near in the abyss. Like a similar situation.
Yeah, so I'm just like hopelessly lost in the Deep Nest. Just, I'll be there for like 5
Could
more
be
years.
worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It's just like hilarious. I have like almost 3,000 geo now just from wandering about the fucking Deep Nest.
Hey, you needed it anyways.
I had like 6 before I came in there.
Good quality stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I have the tram pass. I have
Because all
the
that
tram
message
pass.
the other day. It took you
Yeah.
long enough to find it.
Well, I knew where the fucking thing was. I just didn't want to go to the Deep Nest. Just had never actually been worth it before. At other places I could go explore, it didn't require the fucking tram.
But now it's worth it.
Honestly, no, I had to go.
To be fair, I don't think you ever really truly need the tram. It's
This
just
is a lie.
one of the ways to make shortcuts.
Yeah.
Do you?
Tram is good.
I don't know.
It'd be
There's
fucking
some areas you
useful.
can't get to without the tram.
Might be
I
useful.
thought you could get to
You can
everything.
go on the tram. You could, you can in fact use a tram with the flower, the fragile flower.
That makes that part easier.
Yeah, you can't use the stags, but you can use the tram.
Which part do you need the tram to get to?
I don't fucking know. Nothing.
I just said you need it because of moral support. Thaddeus actually watches things on it,
Yeah,
so he
that's-
might be right.
That's what I was asking. I genuinely don't remember. I'm just curious.
I also may have just mixed up the tram and the skag beetle.
Well, you have
Fair.
to unlock the stag. Maybe start whenever he's gone, you get extra
the
things.
stag
Right?
said it's the last nest. After you unlock all the other nests, then the stag will take you to the last nest.
Mm-hmm.
For the first nest, there's a secret stag station, and he'll take it to you.
Yeah, that's like where I think you can find an egg there actually that's yet to hatch.
It's a hatched. No, it's a hatched egg.
Oh no, it's a hatched egg. That's right, implying that one of them made it away finally. That he's not the last of his race anymore.
Yeah.
Although still not a great look because
Only one.
one person can't save a species, but at the same time, we also know that some bugs live outside of the kingdom.
Also, other point, it could be one of those eggs like have like 100,000 of them just come pouring out.
Possibly, but then I get both big bugs like stag. I don't know, but not going to deny the possibility.
But it has far more hope than just one single one, so I'm gonna go for that.
Fair.
It's hopeful.
Does anybody have any other way to contact Medina, by the way?
I could call him.
What's up?
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
We were just getting worried. We were trying to get a hold of you. Didn't
Oh, shit.
answer. We were getting worried that the baby ate you.
Oh, gotcha.
God, where have you been?
Right here.
Right here the entire time?
Yeah. I don't know.
We've been calling you.
Oh, my bad.
It's good.
She was in here
Dessert.
a few minutes ago.
Did you fall
Hey, that's fair.
asleep?
It's all good. We're just making sure you were okay.
Also, you have a lime green and hot pink Echo net
No,
device
not lime
now.
green, just a normal green.
Shush,
And
Matt.
dull
Shush.
pink.
It's lime green and hot pink.
That works.
That's not
Beautiful, isn't it?
what it is. You can't change the colors.
That'd be hilarious,
Too
though.
bad.
Then get paint and paint it yourself.
But it's his, not mine.
That doesn't mean you can't paint it overnight.
Also, I'm lazy. I don't have the paints. I don't have the colors. Let's paint on my
Make
actually
do.
into it. Dyes are
I think we're just waiting on Robert to pop back on and we'll continue. As a quick bit, I just had you kind of like sift over and sit near the fire staring at the food. And Clayton set a Echo Net device down next to you. And then we called break.
Yeah, gotcha.
Also, when I first saw him, I just popped up out of the car and went, "You!" Your dad says hi.
Right.
Blueberry bagels are tasty.
I imagine they would be. You know it'd be better though? Blueberry bagel with pieces of strawberry on it.
Not for me, but I do see the appeal.
Oh yeah, you hate anything that's colored red.
It's like it makes him sick or something.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, the normal strawberries wouldn't.
Well, they
because
won't,
of
but
the actual taste.
it's a
has made me
train.
sick so many times. It's association.
Yeah.
Okay, I might actually buy that.
I have not had
that.
pomegranate stuff, any artificial pomegranate stuff, and I tried like an elderberry and pomegranate tea today, and that was actually fucking that slapped.
Okay, that makes more sense than your other explanation. Okay.
Another explanation.
Yeah, you're just purely allergic to the color red, full stop.
Well, he's allergic
Like,
to the
not
food
artificial-
coloring.
No, not just the artificial dyes. Like, I know what you are, that you've already said and makes absolute sense. I've already heard about that shit. But I mean, just the color red.
Well, if eating red things all your life has made you ill, you might try to avoid
No.
them.
No, he's
No,
making jokes like Dante used to, with slapping down and going, "Oh my God, you're going to get sick," because I had a red lunch tray.
You're right.
I have
now
no idea
lick
what
it.
the fuck you're talking about. This is actually like years ago. Just color red, you fucking said.
Howdy.
No, I called bullshit.
Her body back.
No, specifically artificial food coloring.
Yeah, no. I know about that one. I've seen that shit. It's like, yeah, no.
But I think that's everybody back. I do believe.
Be like the other Dante, eat only pizza.
Nom, 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 nom.
Damn, I was tempted to for a while.
Dante's a dick.
I did for a while. It's called college.
I think his house got tore down.
Pizza too expensive.
See, I was doing it when I stopped by in and I got nice. I got really, like, the lady behind the counter got to know me. After, like, a couple months, it was really nice and gave me, like, half off pizza. So I'd always stop in and grab, like, 2 breakfast pizza slices to eat on my way to college.
Yeah.
You know what? The lady at the that store down the road from me has a fried chicken at they have a deli and everything. They're gonna stop. She goes and gives me an extra piece of chicken as well now.
See, it pays to get to know some of those people, don't it?
I know, right? It's like 5 minutes down the road from my house.
I
like,
miss
yeah.
that guy. I missed that gas station attendant. I don't know her name at all, but I miss her. She was really friendly.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Like-
I'm ready to remove this on break
Yep.
sign. Give me confirmation.
I am good to go. I think everybody is back. Let's do a quick sound off to make sure, though.
Block.
Thaddeus.
One.
Well, I heard Thaddeus, Medina. I heard Arik, Medina, and Robert. I heard Dylan.
I'm not here. Sorry.
So Thad and I believe Max is still good.
She just unmuted.
Did we lose
Actually,
Thad to the abyss?
I mean, he could just be quiet. He does that.
Check your mute buttons.
Multi-mute
And stop
system.
coughing.
No.
Fine. Cough all you want then.
I can't help it.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Thaddeus. Oh boy. Well, we can continue our talk and hopefully he'll be back shortly. He's got
I
a
am
couple
back
minutes.
now.
Oh, never mind. Fucking hell yeah. We're
Moves
just straight up
finger
good to go.
back to the removing the on button break sign.
Alright, so we'll just pick back up right where we left off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have a talk, right?
Ah. Oh, hold on. Oh,
Well,
wait,
the
we're gonna
blap-
go ahead.
And the blap was me going, oh, I need to press the button now. It didn't give me a confirmation. Go.
Let's just go.
Okay, buttons pressed. We'll pick up right back off where we'll pick up right back where we left off. Schmeat, Clayton just sat a Echonet down next to you. It is like a dull green and pink, but it is a Echonet or Echo device. There you go.
Hey,
No.
hey, voice in my head. Narrator. What was I supposed to do with Clayton again? I
Better
can't
know.
finish
Just
it.
have him call his dad.
Okay.
Feed
That
him
was
to
literally it.
Okay.
Now we're gonna rewind a little bit. I have questions,
I
but
might
one of
have
them is
answers.
burning more in curiosity here.
Okay.
How did you end up inside a thresher?
That's a good question. How did it happen?
I dug a hole and fell asleep.
Oh, yeah. How did you escape? Well, I mean, obviously.
That's question two.
I mean, did we manage? And when we all ran after they tried to after Bertram and what was the other guy's name again, Matt?
Jethro.
After Bertram and Dressro betrayed us, we all ran. I made a hole for us to escape out of. Did you actually manage to escape or what? Couldn't see you anymore.
I just shut and got woozy
Ooh, tranquilizers. That sounds good.
and woke up on a table.
Yes. Especially not good.
But he got me loose.
Who did? Jethro? Bertram?
Bertram.
Yeah. I don't know what he's up to. I wouldn't trust him. He went and managed to bring me down, but he didn't kill me though. Again, I don't exactly have a bounty or anything for him to take in. But yes.
Well, I'm gonna cut in here. Personal issues with people aside, don't know what's going on there. I'm gonna leave that in your hands. And he turns to point at Felix, and you realize Felix is not there currently. You just hear rummaging around inside the trailer. That's rude. You said something about my dad?
Yeah, we did some work for him before, and then some people in our group decided they wanted to go off and away. I heard we might be in your area. Said, say hi, and to tell you to call your father. Which is...
All right.
I also have no idea about it more than that, but... Drugs.
No, I get it easy enough. I do too. I get kind of caught up in stuff, you could say.
Yeah. Yes.
Want any food? As he points down.
Sure, I'll take some food. It's been... Pauses. I don't know when the last time I was like, I should probably eat. Yes. Thank you.
Food's always good.
It's okay, we just gotta leave an extra portion. I do gotta feed Chester still. But we'll get him down in a few minutes to get him his food.
Who's Chester?
You'll meet him in a few minutes.
All right.
Now, anything particular? I'd ask Preston, but you seem pretty relaxed after a Thresher thing. So Preston doesn't seem like the right words. I'm just genuinely confused. This is a whole lot for my day. Can you? I hope you can understand that.
He's gonna like flip his hand back and forth a little bit.
Bandits, lance assholes, a couple of other things I'm used to dealing with. People getting eaten by Threshers is not as well. That part's common. Getting out isn't common.
You got eaten by a Thresher after escaping from the Lance Bastards.
Interesting.
Yeah, somebody
And about
literally
this time-
sold us out to them. About this time, what?
About this time, we'll flick back. Crystal, Tanya, and Nessa. As you guys are walking down, you guys are up at the cave and starting to walk down, you will come across similar sights as I described before, starting in like the more open ravine with like a close up hang, and start going downhill into an actual cave, seeing this grayish metal and purple lined architecture, pulsing energy go running through it. As you proceed down the hill. Anything of note on the way?
Do we feel anything?
Make a perception check.
We might feel something.
27.
Not as high. Heck, what is my perception? Page, please. Get off of white screen. There we
I'd
go.
say probably advantage
24.
for Tanya
Still 24.
because of the nature. All right.
Wouldn't also be for Crystal
Yeah.
as well?
No, not in this. Not exactly in this instance. It's a different interaction of stuff.
Okay.
So both of you, Crystal, you start to feel like a little bit of tingle. A little tingle. That's why I did that. No, it's almost like how do I put it? Have you ever been in an area that's like slightly charged, like more like ozone, feeling like feels like a large amount of electricity in the air? Kind of have that like running across and feeling that as you guys continue deeper down. Tanya, you feel similar with the almost like electrical feel to the air. However, you also feel energy that's within reach to get. Something you could grab and pull maybe if you tried hard enough. But it is also fairly alien compared to what you've grabbed before. It doesn't feel like life force.
Crystal. Right. You feel that?
No.
The walls.
Yes, they're walls.
But the walls are tingly. Everything kind of is, but... Hey, how structurally safe do you think this cave is?
Not very, but the cave.
What does tingly walls mean?
Could mean traps, could mean explosives, could mean iridium. Maybe.
Is there a way for you to, like, hone in on that a little bit more?
I lick the wall.
Okay.
Not like that.
It's like
No.
looking at battery.
Does her hair go over the place?
Not in that sense.
Aww.
It's extra tingly. Oh, it's extra tingly. There's some kind of, something. I don't know, something. You said it feels like reach out and grab.
It could potentially, but it also feels particularly alien to what you've normally done. Would you like to try?
I would.
All right. Yeah, you will expend a use of your leech and
Okay.
make. Yours is based off charisma?
Yeah.
Make a charisma check.
Beep boop pop boo. 21.
Alright. As you guys watch as Tanya just kind of reaches out with like the left hand that's covered in the tattoos and like grazes a hand across one of these metallic surfaces. And then energy just pools and surges for a second.
Eyes go wide, grin on face,
And
points at wall.
a little bit of the energy like emanates off for a second as it starts to quickly overload what you're normally used to pooling. Like rapidly, like you've had times where you've went through a huge group, like you've hit in very quick succession a huge group of like 30 people to pool. And this almost in an instant overwhelms that amount even. And the energy kind of like starts to like leak and pulse for a second, and like a green energy bit like off in a short bubble as you pull your hand back reflexively. You refill your use. And Crystal and Tanya, both of you gain 1 point that you can use effectively as if you've consumed iridium. You don't actually have an iridium bar, but you effectively have one like, chunk of a similar energy that you can use. And then you watch as the lights in this area, as she did this, start to dim and flicker for a second. And back in the cave, with Barry, Schmeat, and Clayton, you guys watch as the lights in the area start to hum, get bright as they like power surges out from the door area, dims as it gets close and starts flickering, and he starts looking around confused.
The world explodes.
That's not supposed to be happening. As he starts to get up, and you watch as he pulls out just reaches back towards his thing, and the Digistruct, the storage deck, pulls it out, and he pulls out a lever action rifle. You may want to get ready for something.
I decide I'll go help him. Wonder who did work for his dad.
Hey Felix, you may want to shut that door for a minute. And they poke out their head confused, like start to say something, and he goes, just shut it for a minute. And they shrug and pull the door, and you hear it lock.
Barry pulls out his maul.
Back to the group walking down. You
I was gonna say, immediately after, like, having the energy pulse through, just tighten entire body and straighten up, ball the hands toward the chest, smiling bigger than someone normally should, standing as on the toes. Kind of trying to hold in a giggle.
Nah, let it out.
Before breathing out and shaking a little bit. Crystal, that was amazing.
What did you do? What did you just do?
I think I
Why
did
did you do it?
I don't know, it's kind of just calling me to. I felt something. You didn't feel something? I thought you felt something.
What if you just caused the cave to collapse? What then?
Oh, then we'd be dead.
Get out.
Well, then we'd be dead and we couldn't ponder it anyways.
So why did you do
Nessa's
it?
gonna raise her hand.
I like your explanation.
Yes, Nessa?
I prefer not to be dead.
Well, if you're dead, there's nothing afterward. And if you're alive, well, you should do things you want to, because if you don't, then why is it worth living?
I haven't lived a very long life. I'd prefer not to be dead.
Huh. Neither have I. Still do things you want, though. Especially if I can't do them again. How often do you get to drink a wall? Or whatever this is. Not often.
I don't think you normally can drink walls.
Exactly, so why would I pass this up?
Anyways, I was gonna note, as you guys are continuing down a little bit, Crystal, you'll note coming up is what looks to be like a laser tripwire.
Matt, you have everyone's passives written down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I'll have to recheck. At this point, it's not particularly pertinent with the perception check.
Yeah, because she has a massive one, so.
Yes.
There's a tripwire. What it's connecting to? Did we see the lights flash earlier? By the way.
The walls started to dim and flicker for a second. Yes.
Okay. 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 So there's a laser tripwire. Is it just a tripwire, or is it like?
Right now, it just looks like basically just a basic tripwire. Basic sensor.
Cool. I need to make sure I stop Nessa. Make sure that we're aware that there's a tripwire in front of us.
Alright.
Don't trip it. Although I don't. It could trigger a trap. Potentially.
Probably sets off an alarm.
Can we cut it?
I'm pretty sure if anyone's in here, they already know we're here.
I'd say that's a good probability.
And it's a laser. Do you know how to cut a laser?
You turn it up.
Mirrors.
You know, a mirror.
That's gonna be the same thing as just walking through it. As you're disrupting the laser, because the laser needs to go from that place to that place, and a mirror would just stop it.
I'll just step over it.
Yeah.
Are you guys leaving the bike here or trying to keep it going?
We left the
You
bike
said,
outside,
we parked it outside.
so we can run away.
I didn't say you parked it outside. You guys just said you were walking it.
Oh, I thought you said we parked it outside.
They drive the bike back,
No.
park it outside, walk back in.
No, you guys just said you were walking the bike over as a
I
bit
said
of
we
quieter.
left it outside
Okay,
in a
you guys
position
said you
where
left
we
it
could
outside.
run away quickly and
Okay,
go off.
I was making sure. Sorry, I missed that bit then. Alright, you guys can just step over and keep walking. As you guys continue down, we'll flip back down to there. If Clayton starts a walk around the area and starts to walk over towards that sealed door and is looking at it right now. Kind of talking to himself some. What are Barry and Shmi doing?
Can I do a perception check to see if I can notice anybody coming in the way we came in or anywhere else?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a perception check. Shmi?
How does a nat 20 strike you?
Alright, Shmi?
Perception, anyways. But
Are you doing anything in
that's
particular here?
wisdom.
Just follow him, Barry.
Alright. As Barry starts to step out forward too and start looking around, back up at the ceiling where things could come through, back up the tunnelways. Crystal, Tanya, and Nessa, you guys are approaching and you start to see a light at the end of this tunnel.
Tanya's been skipping since the laser light.
Okay.
She went over it.
Start to walk around, and as you guys walk around the corridor, Barry, you'll notice very quickly, whether you guys are peeking through or actually just walking on out, Barry, you'll notice very quickly whoever's first in line here.
Who's first in line?
I was at least
Ow.
gonna try to be quiet. Moving along the
And be
walls.
stealthy.
Who's first in line?
You can make a stealth check, but Tanya is skipping.
Yeah,
Yep.
I realized that. And
What
she's
if I
skipping.
grab her?
If they ask her to stop.
You guys can attempt to make a stealth check.
One of you's
I
in
would
front,
like to know
though.
whoever's in the front still.
That would
Nessa's
be
going
me.
to grab.
No, it wouldn't.
Nessa's going to grab her hand, and she's going to put a finger up and go shh.
Which one of you is in first?
It's okay. Hold on a second. Give him a second.
That's like 7
I don't
times
want
now.
Asher
you're
going
still-
first. But
Give her a
I
nod.
I'm
also-
assuming Crystal's in first.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
sees laser lights.
All right. Roll your guys' stealths.
I forgot I'm not good at stealth.
I also rolled a
Me
nat
neither.
20 perception check.
Hold on a second. We'll
Also,
get
I
back
don't know
to
what
it.
crystal stealth is. What I said.
19.
Well, that would still put his perception somewhere like 23, 24 range.
Oh, that's not a 9. Oh.
Alright, so, Matt.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20. Can I go back to skipping, but quietly?
Yes.
I have a 6.
Stealth skip. Okay. As you peek your head around the corner to take a look, you lock eyes with Barry. And you take in the area described earlier of the large cavern, architecture standing out, following similar to the ones in there. The doorway, the circular doorway with like multiple fault lines going through it, and what currently looks to be somebody in jeans and a black jacket bent over looking at it. You can see a bit of like longer curly hair sticking out from underneath his hat.
Big smile goes on Barry's
And right
face.
next to Barry is Schmeat.
Crystal! I
Pulling
point
out
at her.
a hand axe, a buzz axe.
I ignore
You
it.
what?
As I'm pulling out a buzz axe.
Alright, and as you
ignore it.
shout Crystal, the guy at the door spins around. Doesn't have the rifle pointed at anybody, but he definitely has it in hand still.
Look what I found! What's his name again?
Clayton.
I found Clayton! Also, Bertram sucks. Is that so with you? Wait, was it Rex or Tex that he took?
He took Rex.
Hey, Smeet, how are you doing?
Bertram came with some people and beat the crap out of me. He went and broke Rex. Wait, it was Rex? I forgot.
Rex.
Mm-hmm.
He broke. I'm sorry, they're just too fucking close.
That's fair.
You named the not dinosaur Rex.
He broke
Yeah, I did.
Rex and he took
That's
it.
the funny part.
Should probably be aware of that. He also took my echo device. And
And then the
Echo
small
device.
dino is called Tex.
The large dino. The large story.
Mhm.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Barry starts to look off in the distance. His brows are furrowed and starts muttering. Often he's like, he took my echo device. Just left me there unconscious. Anything could have showed up. Killed me. Why do you leave me alive? Try again. Anyway!
Clayton at this point is
That's
walking
neat.
over and getting closer, and he's not like pointing the rifle at anything, just to mind you, because I know you're watching for this stuff. He just has it in hand. Alright, so what's happening now? So a lot of visitors in one day.
Who are you?
Oh, hold the fuck up. You came into my campsite. Who are you?
You're
Bill
right.
Hancock's son. Do you know the one we're supposed
Well,
to
he
find?
said my
Say
name.
hello to?
Okay,
knows me.
Crystal, yeah, I
know
have your
this
name.
is-
Just checking to see what the fuck you're doing here.
Late
I
at
saw
Barry
them.
Food Break.
And came after them.
We
And I wanted
we
to go
followed
find
the
them.
truck. Catch
And you
me.
watch as he just, like, out of like reflex, gives a side eye to the back to the camper that you see back parked there. Of just one of those dirty looks before looking back forward. All right. Friendly
Sorry.
as he looks over at Barry.
They aren't the ones who betrayed us. There's a lot of other people who got betrayed. He might be a bit jumpy.
All right. And you watch as he like pops it back, like resting on his shoulder, rifle on his shoulder, so the gun's not pointing at anybody, and it's just not immediately at the ready. He still has his hand on it all. Well, I guess welcome. We've had quite a bit of visitors today. What's a few more?
Oh, still, Nessa.
So, do you mind answering my question?
What question? What?
Not you.
Oh.
Just to check
Exactly
the
are
name
you?
one. Clayton Hancock, as your friend so wonderfully enlightened in a roundabout way.
Okay.
Did Dad show us a
I
picture
already-
of him?
Correct. You do recognize the picture from the picture.
You should already remember who he is. Have you hit your head? Are you okay? I'm gonna go over there and give him a little health check.
Don't
She wouldn't
come
let me
near
heal her.
Okay.
I mean, your allegiances. Do you have any ties to the Crimson Lance, to Ancient, to any organization? What exactly are you doing here?
No,
We already
no,
knew that.
fuck
And what
no.
exactly are you
Don't
doing
give a
with them?
fuck.
His dad, we already knew that. He's
Out here. Give me a second to answer, please.
sorry.
To answer your questions, no, fuck no, they're assholes. And me? I guess on allegiances? My dad?
That's good enough.
Listen, I'm out here camping on my fucking own in the middle of nowhere. Allegiances don't exactly pop up well from that.
Nessa's gonna raise her hand.
Also, you may want to be fucking careful. I don't know what happened, but shit is getting a little funky.
I need to insight everything he just said.
Alright, make an insight check.
Nessa's hand is raised.
Tanya's waving at Barry and Schmeat while they're
I
talking.
will jump to you in a second. I will let him resolve his insight check.
22.
Are you just trying to get a general vibe of everything he said?
For the most part, I want to know if he's hiding anything in what he just said. He said he can't be out here alone. Is that truthful? Is he hiding someone? Said he has no allegiances to the people. Is that truthful? He's hiding something, some sort of allegiance to some organization, etc., etc.
Overall, he
Is
gives
he-
the
is he lying?
roundabout. Overall, he gives the roundabout feeling of he wasn't really lying about anything. He gives the idea of he doesn't feel any need or reason to. He's not particularly hiding anything. Like, obviously, he hasn't told you and spilled everything because every person, privacy, entitlement, they just met you, yada yada. But like, they haven't outright lied or tried to keep any secrets feeling right now. They seem kind of confused and like the slight defensive angle of like, all right, this is a lot of people just stumbling on my campsite.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hello, new person.
And
Sorry.
Nessa, you raised your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, is this real?
He does that.
That's how you don't have to raise your hand.
Cupping hands.
She's nice.
Cupping
You
hands.
just ask for questions.
So you're Boa's kid?
What'd you say, robot?
It's just as a random bit. Remember, Max, it's Bo, not Boa.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
What did
Yeah.
Robert.
Tanya just
Can you
quietly.
do me a favor?
They're talking. We'll talk with
Sure.
everyone.
Can
Possibly.
you tell him
What's
that
the favor
Nessa's
first?
okay?
I gotta call him in a little bit anyways, so I guess.
What time
Shouldn't
to
be too
say?
hard.
What time to say? Robert,
What?
you said something?
Oh no, that was just Tanya whispering to Barry. We'll talk when they're done.
Hello, new person.
It's like stage whisper to carry across it as we're still having like this standoff at a distance, like a mild distance.
Bear's just
sorry
ignoring
about the
ignoring it
hostilities.
entirely. What?
You know,
Kinda
honestly, it's
rough
fine. It's
couple of days.
Pandora. Shit's fucky on a good day.
Yeah.
You know what? You've been forthright. Fuck it. Guess I'm putting more on the fucking campfire today. He starts to wander back over towards the camper.
Oh, hey Nessa.
Not actively hostile after my buzz acts away.
You guys watch in the background as he gets
Remember
to
how,
the door, pulls on it. Fuck. Doof, doof, doof. Let me in, Felix.
Yeah,
And that's
Barry.
just happening in the background. Sorry.
Oh, I got interrupted. I don't suppose you'd be able to fix the Lancer if we went back to the village? We're going back there after this?
Mm,
Because, I mean, Death Row took some parts
probably
out of it.
could.
Cool, because Jethro took some parts out of it whenever he left, and well, then Jethro betrayed us. It also has all of our stuff in it. And if we can't fix it, we should probably go back and get them everything else that's left in there.
I think I can figure something out.
Just waiting for you to play the that tape.
Does it actually have anything in it?
It
Pretty sure
did.
it doesn't.
It did. It had a bunch of stuff.
I don't think it has anything important.
We had money in there.
No, we didn't. We never stopped by to go drop the money off.
We had money in there from before, I thought.
Nope.
Pretty
Well,
sure
it's
we had
mostly
stuff
bottles and it's mostly bodies and scrap metal. Then
Mostly body, scrap metal, and one little turret launcher thing.
Could have swore we had actual stuff in there.
not much. Maybe some gas. You guys had gas in there too.
Okay, so absolutely nothing of worth then? Okay.
Not
Aside
to
from
your
the
current
electric
situation until you get a vehicle.
Aside from the vehicle itself, which Nessa could possibly fix?
Yep.
Where did all of our money go then?
I have
Not
it
an
all.
answer. You have all of our money.
I was going to go
Okay.
put it in Lancer when we dropped by, but we didn't drop by, so I just have it all.
Thaddeus, you had a chance to throw me under a bus.
Yeah, you
Just
said
lie
you
to
took
him.
it all.
Bertram stole
could have.
it.
Still lie and say that Bertram stole it all.
Too late now.
Oh, have you actually said that?
No.
Has any of this actually been said out loud?
I'm sure a mix of it has because you're relaying a lot of information between the two of you.
In the
Okay.
background, Clayton starts to toss some more stuff on the fire, and he will at one point put his fingers in the mouth and let out this loud whistle. And after a moment, you guys watch as a simian form with a large tail coming out the back that ends in a 3-clawed hand similar situation, all wrapped just kind of like one of those crane claws from one of the games. That has,
Pokemon.
as you
Pretty sure
guys will,
It's a Pokemon, dude.
similar.
It's legitimately just
as
a
he
Pokemon.
Rocks fall, Barry gets hit in the eye.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please let me finish describing. As he just starts to drop out and slide down the wall, then bam on top of it, and then down to the ground, holding what now you recognize as a sniper rifle. Has a belt with a couple of things wrapped around it on there. It just scoots on over and plops down next to Clayton. Has a mixture of white and brown fur. You guys are free to continue to talk how you want. I just was having that let you know what was happening.
That's it. Hey, Palm. Okay. So, I suppose maybe you feel like, joining back up into a group and then running the fuck away from this area. Nessa? Crystal?
I don't think we should stay here for very long.
No, it's great. I mean, us joining back one group and then leaving this area because it's answers and people and Bertram the traitor.
He didn't kill you.
He didn't kill me, he just left me for dead in the middle of Pandora.
I mean, if Bertram wanted you dead, he would have just killed you.
Might not have cared enough to kill me.
Did you say he was the one that killed Rex?
He's not exactly
Yes.
the type to leave loose ends.
Just left me for dead. I don't care. He's not to be trusted. He's killed Rex, yes. Can never be
Does he
trusted
have
again.
Rex?
Yes. He stole Rex's body as well. If we ever get it back, you shouldn't trust it, and you should probably definitely go and do a thorough check over to make sure it's not trapped in any way.
Honestly, Rex was needing an update anyway, so it's fine.
You say you left him as
It's a
bait?
matter of getting the materials. No, I didn't leave him as bait, but I figured he was going self-destruct because between you and me, Rex likes to overreact.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. But yes. So who's the new girl? What's your name?
Hi, I'm
Barry.
Tanya. You look bigger
Tanya.
than you on TV.
Nessa's going to grab Barry and pull him down towards her. Do not let her touch you. And pat him on the shoulder.
Why?
I should note at this point, because I forgot to say something earlier.
What'd you
I
forget
am
to say?
constantly standing in between Nessa and Tanya.
That's fine. Okay.
So what Tanya say?
Constantly, no matter how we're situated.
She said Barry looked bigger in person than he did on TV.
Thank you. Give her a thumb up and a smile.
So how do you explode? Does that just happen?
I can make it happen.
That sounds awesome.
It is. Come on, together. And from the monastery of Nitroline, we learned how to do that.
I'd ask you to do it in here, but that'd be probably a terrible idea because we're in a cave.
Yeah, either gonna break
Please don't.
something or be very loud.
Just hear from Clayton. Please don't explode. I don't want you to break anything in here. By the way, Chester, finish cooking. I got a call to make.
But yeah.
We'll finish.
Also,
We'll find
if
things
we're
to
gonna
kill.
And he heads inside his trailer.
We'll find things to kill eventually that you can explode on.
Yeah. Yes. We have a range about 10 feet though, so I mean you should keep an eye on that. She's not exactly very discriminatory about what it hits.
Explosions usually aren't.
No, they aren't. But it's very useful for crowd control though.
While you guys are chatting, and Chester is finishing cooking lunch, but Clayton went inside the trailer to make a call. We're gonna flip back over to Bertram for a minute. Bertram, you are getting close to that small little, calling it a village would be probably overly much.
It's a couple houses.
It's a cluster of lean-to houses. How do you want to approach it?
No reason to go in quiet. My intention is to ask questions, so just arriving in.
Make a perception check since you're actively watching it.
Perception check. Lower the tab I was using to see how to spell a word. Roll dice. That is a 20 total.
20 total. Moving in. Something to note as you're going in is this does look to be almost basically a bandit camp, as you see a couple psychos laying around inside the building, inside the circle of buildings. And
Okay.
a couple of bandits are poking something over a fire. Another one's off in the corner hitting something with a hammer. However you wish to proceed with that.
I have a bloody uniform. There's no getting around things until I deal with some bandits and acquire some clothes. So then just on the comms with scrolls down to the name of person that I wrote down, fully expecting them to die. So this one is Lodi, right? The one with me?
So
the
Lodi,
blonde
correct.
one.
Sorry, I had to flip back to the names.
They're written down,
Yeah,
but at the
Lodi
same
is-
time I fully expect a certain amount of bloodlust, so there's a certain trying not to get attached happening. Getting on the comms with them. They're probably gonna do bandit things whenever I head in there, but I figure I may as well ask around. A siren is pretty damn noticeable, and they may not want to get involved. Keep an eye out though, but if they attack it's bandits. I don't see anything particularly awful.
Alright, I'll have Brewer and Holt stand on standby.
Heading in.
as you head in. Just head in loud, kid pull up. A couple of the psychos pop to their feet and just start prowling.
Hey guys.
And as you were saying, as you're doing this, the bandits immediately started to pull guns, and pull a number of different variety of guns. Looking in here, there's like 8 people in total. None of them seem particularly exceptional for anything.
Just
and they all
hands up. Hold on.
And they hesitate for a second.
There's...
The hell you want?
Apparently there's been a siren in the area, and we're just trying to find them. You see any glowy people with tattoos? Or a weird monkey man about yay tall? Or a robot dino? Any of those?
I don't know half those words. But we ain't seen no witch in the area.
Alright, know anywhere else nearby that somebody might stumble upon trying to find a drink or piece of food, or I don't know, step away from the threshers or something?
What's it to you? What's it worth? As they all keep continuing to start to circle.
Don't got much. I can offer a hearty high five.
Yeah, we can get that ourselves.
Well, yeah, but
as
like...
guns start to cock.
Come on, guys. Been through a lot these last couple days.
What you got to offer? Well, we're taking something. It's one or the other at this point.
Time for Bertram to die for his traitorous deeds. Karma. Karma.
Did he get a shield back?
I didn't
he
give
never
them
gave up his shield. They're making a new one.
Oh, okay, they're making a new one.
Fine. And then initiative.
Okay. I was giving you a chance to reply before I made him kick off.
He's too tired for witty retorts.
Well, he is
gives them-
replying.
He
Physically.
gives the bullets.
Oh boy. What wonderful initiatives. Okay. Bertram, what's yours?
23.
You are better than literally anyone else here. Don't expect this to be too bad. Alright. What are you doing? You are currently standing roughly towards the middle. You've popped up your bike. You said I don't know if you stepped off or not. Assuming yes.
I had to walk in, so yeah.
Okay, walked in, sorry.
The bike's somewhere
so
over
popped
there.
off the bike, walked in, it's out of the way. There are currently 4 psychos circling around you and 3 bandits.
Give me distances.
Psychos are probably like 15, 20 feet off each. Bandits are about 30 for 2 of them, and then probably 45 for the last one.
Alright, bandits that are 30-ish feet away. Does he happen to be in the direction of the bike? Because I've got kind of circled here.
No, the psychos are mostly circling. The bandits are still roughly spread out on the other side of everything.
Alrighty. Just all of the sigh. Let's go ahead and I guess go loud. So let's bandits that are 30 feet away-ish, any of them near like buildings or some other such shit?
Yes, one of them is right outside the next to a building, and then the 45 one is inside, like, a wide open building.
Okie dokie. So, let's get me SMG ready. Bonus action, seal 30 feet away, man. That's
Gotcha.
your things. Offhand, let's give him a bash whack attack with the shield field.
as you rush them as they get ready to fire.
No, forgot to mention. Bonus action, put the seal on him. I'm not actually moving toward him because that would expend... I might get attack of opportunity. I don't want to deal with that right now. Earn my own reaction to instantly just... I'm there.
Oh, good. There's just a bright flash as the world stretches, overlays, and you're just right behind it, swinging with some of those, like, your... what is it? You have your pick or your...
I'm hitting him with the shield.
Oh, you're hitting with the shield. As you like slam forward with the shield, and the shield continues to have like that echoing overlay trail behind it.
The dice like it when I have to fucking do shit that's somewhat cinematic. Critical shield!
Critical shield!
Critical shield! Double check shield damage, that's what it is. Yes, I am, because all these are gonna be doubled. I need you. I don't think I have advantage.
That sounds really bad for their health.
It's not great. Okay, it's just the 2, so I only have to roll 2 dice. Hooray for laziness! I don't need to separate the damage. So,
no, absolutely not.
Is that number equals that number, plus that number equals that number, plus times 2 equals that number. Plus is 34 damage.
Yeah. How do you just you know what? I'll give it to you. Describe what happens to this poor bandit, please.
Doof doof on the other side, then just shield through the midsection with its nice spiky point.
It just stabs and impales through as all of the dimension as it's spike. I can speak, I promise. The spike runs through them, and then you watch as all these stretched dimensions of the seal just slam back in as they catch up and pulse with energy, and blast a spray of blood all across everything.
Alrighty. Did it look like I
is 100% dead.
Did it look like I popped the shield at that guy?
No, you just impaled him.
Alrighty. So then, now turn toward the other nearby bandit.
Okay.
And laser gun, pew!
Yeah, it's just trying to
I'm gonna make this a sharpshooter
fire
shot.
off a burst. Alright, as you fire off a burst of lasers.
Pew! Fuck it. You know what? Normally, I get rid of those. But I'm just gonna take it this time. Another crit.
Okay. You took a sharpshooter shot?
Yep.
Don't bother rolling damage, as
Cool.
you just trace a line, because fire damage on flesh. Trace a, quick line up them and just run fire across him as he combusts, screaming.
Action, bonus action, movement. Does it look like there's anywhere I could get with my 40 feet to find some nice cover?
Oh, you can probably duck behind one of these buildings. Probably put you near where you're on the side that Lodi's watching from.
If it's near an ally, then yes.
Yeah, you can duck around it and Lodi can see you. It looks like she was already starting to move because you started firing. It looked like she was at the ready. Anything else?
And that's turn. Action, bonus action, and offhand attack.
Alright.
And reaction.
The 3 psychos. Yeah, the 3 psychos are going to sprint around the building at high speeds at you.
I pray that I'm far enough away.
You are not. They have, as you found out before, psychos got movement.
At like 50 move speed or some shit. This is amazing.
They're really good at movement. That's their one key feature.
Given that they're attacking with melee, I'm going to assume cover is not a thing. 18 will miss.
Correct. 18 will miss. 20.
Will hit.
20, okay. Only one of those will hit because that's a 20 and the rest are below.
Ow. My shield!
16 is the highest on that, so that's all missing, and that's... Yep, that's all 3 of them, so literally 3 psychos right around the corner attacking you with the flurry, and you just ching, ching, block, slip, dodge, duck.
I'm getting better at being overwhelmed by psychos.
And 2 of them do manage to slash through and land hits as you take +2, 7 and 8 points of slashing damage respectively.
Total of 15. Ow.
As you literally just ducked through a flurry of them, bouncing them off your shield, trying to get so the buzzsaws catch on the thicker pieces of the armor. Honestly, doing a really good showing.
Getting better at being swarmed.
You watch as the remaining bandit comes around the corner, sees you, and then sees also Jody there, and is going to honestly shoot at Jody since the 3 cycles are swarming you.
I thought it was Lodi with an L.
Lodi. I said Jody this time. I'm sorry, it is Lodi. I am rolling like crap tonight. They fire off a burst with an assault rifle and miss everything.
Huh.
That's like 6, 8. I made 8 attack rolls and hit 2 of them this round. Lodi is going to look at the situation and decide to help you, who is getting swarmed. That is a hit. That is a hit. That is cocked. And that is a miss, as she deals... Are they?
How's she fighting?
You watch as she turns and she pulls out what looks like a Vladoff assault rifle. Actually, I need to roll one more attack roll.
You just rolled 4.
Pulls off a Vladoff assault rifle and just fires off like 4 bursts of bullets, and 2 of the psychos go down. However, she does miss the last one. And that brings it back around to you as Hoyle and Brewer are a little distance off as per requests.
Alrighty. Still got a psycho in front of me.
Correct.
He's probably looking hale and hearty. And the other living enemy unit's just a bandit, right? Or is there more? How many?
No, it was literally, you've killed 2 bandits already. She killed 2 psychos. You're down to 1 psycho and 1 bandit.
Okay. So... he's looking good, but I don't want to deal with him. Let's just point blank SMG him.
Alright, that's at disadvantage technically.
Not with crossbow expert, it's not.
Alright, the equivalence of that is not.
And he's a psycho who their AC kind of sucks, so fuck him. Sharpshooter.
Alright.
That is a... It's that number. So that is a 16.
Execute this lady. You don't even need to roll damage with sharpshooter on.
Pew pew pew.
Fire, screaming, blood. Well, not so much blood. And down. As you just point blank draw a line of them, I guess.
And then Lodi's how far away?
From you, probably about 120 feet.
Okay. So then, is there like any cover objects in between here and there?
I'd say there's a rock you could probably duck behind for cover if you went prone.
Yeah, but then 4 more psychos will crawl their way out of a hole. And
You
come
do
for
have a
me,
tendency
giblets.
to go prone and draw attention, don't you?
Pressure from below. No.
It's the death lobsters coming for you.
Actually, I'll play with it a little bit more. Is there anything around this other bandit that looks like it might be really shittily made building or something that I might be able to
Yes, the building you're pressing up against that they also are right next against as they walked around the corner is very shittily made.
Okay, so just from my limited knowledge of understanding, if I were to swap out shield for a little bit, take out a handgun probably, and shoot around the base of it, would it be enough to make it annoy them? Or just not enough to worry about?
To hamper them?
Yes.
Technically, you do have the option, the covering fire action. You could.
That burns my action to do. I've already.
That's true. That does fire action.
I just want to know if I can knock off an awning and hit him in the head.
Knock off an awning and hit him in the head. Fucking make an attack roll. Let's
Cool.
see.
Actually, since it's right close there, I might be able to do it with a punch from my shield.
Absolutely as well. You could just reach up. You're a tall man.
Jump punch. 11 plus 9 equals 20 total.
20 total. As you just look around for a second, you just reach back and slam your shield into the side of this roof as you break one of the supporting beams running along the outside, and it just snaps down and smashes into this lady. Roll 2d6 damage.
All right. 5 and a 5, 10.
But 10 damage as it just BAM! Clobbers them, and I'm gonna say they go prone probably, because that's a whole building support just smashed into the side of them.
Alrighty. And that lovely rock you talked about.
As you run towards it and dive.
How far away is it? Because I have 80 potential move speed. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll let a thresher come grab me from below. Let's go prone.
Okay. As you just run, and like, what? Do you want to dive over or just power slide in behind it?
Just slide in behind it.
Slide in behind it. All right. And push up against cover. The bandit's turn. Can't see you. Is gonna get up. He's gonna take a shot at Jody.
Odie. With an L.
Odie. Why do I keep saying Jody? I think it's because Jody's a more common name. I do need to get better at that. Both of those hit. I'm fighting myself.
How's it feel?
As you watch Lodi's shield light up, and but doesn't seem to break as a number of bullets slam into him.
He figured out a mechanic for Vladov. No.
Kill Bertram. Die, traitor.
Can't see Bertram currently. Then it brings it back to Lodi's turn, who is just going to look at this person. Yeah, 2 shots hit out of the 3. And they just finish tearing this person apart. As the noise starts to settle down, and very much like just a couple seconds afterwards, the speeding technical comes to a grinding halt with Sergeant Brewer driving and Hoyle standing on the back, holding literally like a minigun style weapon. Well, we got here as fast as we could, but doesn't seem like you need it, I'm gonna say.
Get up, look around, give a wave. You get over there? To Lodi.
Gives you a thumbs up.
Okay.
He's shit shot. Can we get past the shield?
I'm gonna check and see if they had absolutely anything, but other than that, fruitless. But, I mean, less bandits.
Yeah, bandits are pretty fucking useless most days. Can't wait to get rid of these assholes.
And while I'm looking over stuff, probably not the ones that set on fire and turned into ash piles, but there might be some...
This one's... make an investigation check.
I'm looking for, obviously, like, general supplies, ammo, medkits, things like that, and also, like, enough to form, like, a bandit... Enough to obscure the various lancy things I may be having.
Okay, you want a bandit outfit, effectively.
Yeah,
bandit
but
disguise.
They may not be my size. Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
15.
I'm gonna roll d20. Not bad on luck. I'll say you get like 3/4 of a disguise. It'll fool a lot of bandits because they're stupid. But any of the particularly smarter ones will probably notice pretty quick.
Okay.
Thankfully, those aren't too common. You got some assault rifle ammo, and a little bit of SMG ammo, and some pistol ammo.
Alright. Currently full on those, so I'm just gonna offer them up to anybody that will. And then just... we move on.
Lodi will take the assault rifle ammo to replace what they expended. Well, I gotta say, at least you aren't totally useless. I always have that fear whenever they send me out with somebody new.
Yeah.
And
no.
Brewer's like, I missed the fucking action. Shit.
It's okay. My party's by and large better than I am.
Well, I hope so. We can do something fun as he just like exhales a honestly inhumane amount of smoke.
Let's head back. Well, since they obviously didn't come here, let's head back to where we diverged before and see if we can find any sort of a trace of movement.
Alright, sounds
I
like
want
a
to
plan.
fan out a bit.
Well, you heard him, Brewer. Get your ass back in and take a loop. He just kind of like grumbles and bumps back up in the technical. Hoyle will move back around to the front. It seems like they were in the back just for this. It's kind of funny to watch Hoyle climb into the front seat and like kind of like pull their knees up as the technical isn't quite big enough for them. You guys start on back. Back to the other group for the moment. After probably some time chit-chatting and perhaps sharing people's stories if you guys wish. Shortly after, like maybe 20 minutes or so, Chester finishes up cooking and Clayton comes back out. Clayton comes back out dragging Felix out. Well, just got off the call. Let him know you're good. He said that was good to hear. He asked questions about the group as a whole. Two of the people he were talking about wasn't here, it seems.
It betrayed us and tried to kill us.
Yeah, so there was a conflict of interest caused a split. I don't know the whole story. You can tell him if you want. But I'll introduce, now that I have an idea of who everybody is. Clayton Hancock. Don't call me Clayton, don't particularly care. It takes too much time. Clay works well enough.
Sure thing, Clay.
This is Chester.
Hello, Chester.
Two of you have met at Felix. And they wave. And then they proceed to pick up a piece of food. Felix picks up a piece of food, picks up their plate, watch as they pull it up and eat through the mask.
Alright. So, Crystal. Hello? Crystal?
I just muted.
And the mutes happen.
See mutes happen?
What?
Yeah, how did you
What?
feel about joining? About me and Schmeat joining back up with your group? I'd much
I
rather
still
be
feel
in-
like it's an unnecessary risk.
I don't particularly care, because he's after you, and he's already
You
found
literally
me
asked
once.
me the question. You asked for my opinion. You can't just say I don't care after asking for my opinion.
Yeah, and I said I don't particularly care about that, because to be entirely frank, this particular bit doesn't hold water as much as it might have, because you're kind of known, and you're being directly hunted by, well, Bertram. Also, I have specifically not betrayed you at all. In fact, what? I didn't
Yeah.
tell him anything about what I knew whenever we found him. When he found me. I, in fact, tried to beat him whenever he did try to go and follow your tracks. Which, you're welcome, by the way. I ended up getting left unconscious on the ground in the middle of nowhere, where anything could have eaten me in my sleep.
Pretty
You're
lucky.
trying
I'm
to guilt trip me because it's not working.
Is Nessa nearby?
I'm not trying to guilt trip
everybody
you.
was
I'm trying to
betrayed.
show that I haven't betrayed you in the least. I've done nothing to warrant this amount of distrust that you have spontaneously gathered from me.
I can't hear you, Matthew.
As far as I know, everybody was around near the campfire, unless Nessa wandered off.
No, Nessa didn't wander off.
I've done as little to betray you as Nessa has.
It's okay, I gave him
And
a
it's just-
You
Robert,
still-
your mic is
Robert,
muffled.
You're very muffled. Yeah, same here. Yeah, Robert, you're very muffled.
How about now?
You're
Little bit.
still
Can I-
muffled.
Still muffled.
Ollie.
Oh, okay. So, no, I see where it was. Nope. Since only one of my earbuds works, the piece that actually has the speaker had fallen off.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It's okay, Barry. They still don't trust me either, even though I helped give them a ride and I offered to help them and be friends.
Can I
Yeah.
chime in a little bit, Crystal?
Go ahead.
Ma'am, I mean this in the nicest way, but statistically speaking, if he does have a bunch of people coming after us because he's working with like a whole organization and they're pretty bad, don't you think it'd be better to have more numbers?
You make a fair point.
Because as it stands, if it's just you and me and he has like 20 something guys, I don't know if we could take all them people, but I do know that Barry probably could help a lot.
But it's harder to run away if there's more people.
That is
Because that
true.
leaves more tracks that's easier to follow.
I'll be honest,
That-
Crystal. If you need to run, and you just need to go and grab Crystal, or grab Nessa, and as it happened with the base, that's fine. As long as you come find me again afterwards. Well, I mean, unless I'm dead, but in which case, feel free to go and tell my body to fuck off. But if I'm still alive, if you go and come back for me later, it's fine. I'm fine with that.
That does sound pretty fair.
Because I'm fairly durable and, well, I'm a lesser priority, to be honest. So if you absolutely need to get out of there, go ahead, yeah. I mean, as long as you don't come and kick me in the face into a pit full of bears or stalkers or something, I'm not particularly going to feel too bad about it.
But wouldn't you thrive in such a situation? You know, being in a pit where people can't run away from you and you explode. I
No,
think
no,
that'd be
if
the
you-
best kind of situation for you.
No, that'd be very good for me. But I mean, if you're gonna kick me into the face, into said pit, I wouldn't be very happy. If I was already in the pit anyways, run. It's more to do with the situation or context of the situation. If you, well, escape and come back for me later, that's fine. And if you, how to put this? Don't betray me like Bertram did, and we're fine. We can meet up again later, it's fine. You're a very fast person. I'm sure you can find me. I'm not very fast. It's far easier for you to find me than for me to find you, that's for sure.
Ooh, Barry.
Yeah?
They wouldn't tell me the full situation. What happened? What happened?
Basically,
None of your concern.
It kind of
Well,
is.
I mean-
I'm gonna be with you.
it kind of is. Basically, we had several people in our group. Well, wait, there's 6 of us, right? Hold on.
counts.
I picture him. He's like, hold on, wait. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4.
Well, from what's
Okay.
been stated, we've known 2 people missing. So
Yeah. Well, Bertram and Jethro got called. Okay. We went on a mission to go and get the stalker or something. It had gone weird. We come in and we find these group called the Crimson Lancer. Being in there, Bertram vouches for them, and they say that Lance says that the boss wants to talk to us. Bertram vouches for them, and so we ended up going off with them. This was a horrible choice. We should have fought and ran. Because as soon as we get in there, Bertram and Jethro get called into the office of this head person. The next thing we know, next thing I know, Crystal's running. They're trying the Lance is trying to go and capture them. I end up blowing a hole through a wall. And me and Smeet are running off. And pretty much Bertram and Jethro sold us out. Betrayed us. And I know that Crystal and Nessa over there made a clean getaway. I literally blew a hole through a wall and ran for it. I think Smeet actually got captured for a bit. They had tranquilizers, right? But he says that Bertram actually let him go. And helped stage a breakout, but I'm not... So I don't know what the hell Bertram's planning, but he's... not exactly on anybody's side.
Well, he also let you live. Maybe he's trying to track you or Schmeed or something, and hopefully they go back to you two, and then they can track you together, and then find all of us at once or something. Or just find them.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea, because the fact...
Nerds are worth a lot of money. Money does a lot.
I mean, there's... No, it's true. That they're probably worth a lot. But... it's far easier to fight us and bring us down individually than it is actually going to get us all in a group. After all, I'm about to explode, and I'm quite happy with the small here. So I have the melee quite well. And while I'm bashing somebody's face in, well, that makes a fairly good distraction. That means Nessa can go and come in with a sniper rifle from a distance. And Crystal can go and do what she does. And there's Smeet up there in the front with me. It works quite well.
I'll probably get there too.
Yeah. Well, it adds up to a very, hard to bring down group. If everything works as planned. But, yes. So, I mean, he could be trying to go and do that, but... it might just be sentiment from when he was with our group. Because from the sounds of it, I don't think they're planning anything nice for him.
Meat?
Yeah.
You have good smell power, yes? Smeet has the very good smelling powers, correct?
Sweetie boy.
Yeah, I gotta go take the dogs out real quick.
Ah, damn it. Let's try to do a thing with them.
Oh. Oh, yes.
We can hit a pause there if you want and flip over to Bertram so you can ask him, or you can continue this and then just ask him in a few minutes.
Oh no, the Schmeet thing can happen at any time. I was just gonna pull out one of my canteens.
Oh, fair.
But yes. So I know there are stories. What are you doing out here?
Who are you addressing? Oh, sorry.
New girl, Tanya.
Well, so everyone I kind of knew died, and I was kind of just left on my own. So just going from place to place. Sometimes people hunt me down because I'm a siren too. And I kind of just try to kill as many bandits and other bad people as I can.
Well, you came to the right place then. Because Pandora has more bandits than anywhere else. More bandits than bad people. Where are you from, Pandora?
I'm from here.
Yeah, well, you're stayed on the right planet then, because this has the most easily exploded people ever. Some of them legitimately explode when they die. It's quite fun.
Yeah, I took care of a camp right before they found. They shot a statue at me a few times.
Say that again, I couldn't understand it.
I'm just gonna cut it real quick before I forget. Crystal. Crystal, if you got a moment, just a quick question for you if you want to try something.
This is...
I have been...
What's his name?
This is Clay.
Cool.
Been fiddling with something for a bit, and you guys just rung a bell in my head. Hadn't considered it. Well, I didn't really have the opportunity.
Guess it's a place.
I got this, and he pulls in, like, reaches into, like, one of the jacket and pulls out of a pocket what seems to be, like, a small... cubish, like it looks like a cube, but there's like little like raisin bits in the center of each face that come out a little bit longer, and it's pulsing with the lines. I've been trying to mess with this and see what it does, but I haven't had any luck. I was gonna see if you could try. Because this is an opportunity I don't get very often.
What makes you think I would have any better chance than you would? I don't
Well, given
do
the fact
things with
that you are
mechanicals.
a
That's
siren.
Nessa's thing.
This is more given the fact of along your particular gift set. I guess Tanya could do it too. I was just checking with you here, I guess. As you got a little bit more reference. I think it might work better with you. This is Iridian, pieces of Iridian tech that is not interacting with anything I can do very well.
I don't really know what I'm doing, but I did drink the wall earlier.
We're gonna come back to that. I was gonna see if you wanted to see if you could do anything with it.
Crystal.
You have no idea what it would do?
Honestly, not a ton. I've been trying to get it to activate. I get it to activate in small bursts, and I cause a little bit of heating. I used it to cook a couple meals at one point, like a hot plate.
Okay, let me
But that
see.
took way more Iridian than it was worth. And he'll hand it over to you.
I don't trust
Toss it
this,
across the area.
like, at all.
That's fair.
So I'm walking away a little bit.
Okay, getting distance from the group so nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. And then I don't typically channel siren abilities into anything, but I guess I could step into a phase just to see if it would do something.
All right. As you do this, make a wisdom check. That is your stat, correct?
Yes, I think it is.
Okay. That's what I thought. Making
I
sure.
say if I currently do not have my sheet. Oh, there it is.
Pretty sure
Yes, it
because
is.
you wanted it to sync up with your perception.
Wisdom check, you said.
Correct. Oh, excuse me.
$17, sorry.
Right,
I thought you were
17.
continue.
No, you're good. As you step into the phase and everything starts to warp around you, everything does start to take on a different thing. Like red tinges and like a lot more red tinge to everything starts to appear. And vibe like as you step through, and then it ends, and you feel like, how to put it? You almost feel like energized, packed up, and ready to go, and you'll very quickly notice that the tattoos on your arm are currently more of a incendiary red color.
I've changed from blue to red.
It changed from like a purplish bluish to a red. And as you stare at it for a minute, you watch as holding that thing in your left hand, like fire starts to like lick out of some of the markings on your hand and run down your arm before sinking back in.
What? Where? How? Where did you get this?
Here. Well, sorry, correction. That one wasn't from here. That was from a different spot. I won that at a drinking / arm wrestling / bar fight. I got some other things from here. There was a lot of running that night.
I don't know what this just did. I don't know how I feel about this right now.
Well, how about this? You keep it. You got good words backing you up. Pop speaks well of most y'all. Don't know about you yet, as he points out at Tanya. Didn't really know who you were. You let me know what it does, and if you can figure out how it works in any way, and that'll help me a lot. Because as is, I can't use it for anything. Besides a hot plate that isn't worth it.
I mean, wait, you had to spend a lot of iridium to use it, right?
I had to power it up with an iridium bar, and it was not worth one meal for a whole bar.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Did
Okay,
you
I'm back.
really?
Very wasteful.
It was not my best move, but it was the only things that seemed to start to provoke a reaction. So experimentation begets this.
That bar could have been like 30 meals for me or something.
Worth a lot.
Guess I'll let you know if I figure out what happens. What it does.
I do. Now that the fun soap opera that was resolved is over. Sorry if that's mocking. It's how I handle things. Now that all's wrapped up, I have a question for everybody here.
Sure.
Yes.
Would you be open to a job?
Where?
Not too far off.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the City Opportunity?
Isn't that the one that was taken over by bandits?
Yeah, those people. The guy that runs it has something that I really need/want.
How good's your security?
Shakes his hand.
I kind of feel like we should lay low, right?
Honey, this is Pandora. There is no laying low.
Yeah, but there's laying lower than that.
Well,
I mean, each is each.
Crystal, how good is your stealth skills? Crystal?
That's decent. What do you want, and why are you sending people to go get it?
He has a piece of Viridian tech in his handling, and if you can't tell, where he points out, I do have a bit of a thing for it. Trying to piece a lot of it together. I think he would help. It was something dug up by vault hunters in the past that helps with translations of the Iridian language.
Well,
I
you
can
think
do
it
it to
actually
an extent by hand, but I can't do it very well.
would it give this
Like
willingly, or would you think it needs a bit of persuasion?
We're gonna steal it, is my thought.
So,
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna ask you a dumb question.
Shoot, there's plenty of them. I ask him all the time.
Your friend Felix, we met in Opportunity. Why didn't you have him take it while he was still there?
It's something that reminds me.
Overlook.
Felix wasn't an opportunity. Felix was an overlook.
Overlook. Okay.
Yeah.
The two O names.
Yeah, no, it's
Just
fair. It's the
not-
two cities in the area. I'm just making sure, yeah. So, you change your question off that, if you wish.
Well, then they probably don't have a question, because now it makes sense.
Yeah, now it makes sense. So my question, I don't even have one. You know?
But I kind of wanted to just straight up rob the asshole and not give him the pleasure of payment after, you know,
All right, I have a
treatment. We'll leave it there for the moment.
a bit of a plan that we might beat it. Crystal, do you
Don't
want
go
to
blow
jump
anything
off?
up.
What?
Don't go blow anything up. It's not sneaky. You can't just steal stuff like that.
Your question is, you jumped with Nessa, right? Didn't get out of the Crimson Land space. Can you jump with me as well?
Good if I wanted to.
All right. So here's the thing: despite how big I'm actually fairly good with stealth. You're not too bad at stealth yourself.
You explode.
Yes, I know. It's very strange. I'm
It's
still
very counterintuitive. That sounds like the opposite.
Hold
should be
on,
true.
I want to interrupt here. I did have a question. Rewind. He explodes?
Yes.
Like he actively just snaps his finger and explodes on command.
Repeatedly.
I don't know
Continue.
how. I don't know why.
I do it repeatedly too.
Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry for
Okay.
interrupting.
No, that's a fair question.
Well, say we go back to Overlook. We go and have Nessa fix up that car, right? Okay. Well, we're going to have our new friends there as getaway drivers. Well, me and you go and get in there. We go and sneak in and go and get the thing. And we go in there, we go and get it. And I'm there with you, so we have a bit of extra muscle in case needs be, right? And worst comes to worst, you can jump us out of there, right? But if not so bad middle, we can have to go and find a way to get there. Well, there's some muscle, right? And if also need be, Nessa is a sniper. She does have a sniper rifle, doesn't she? She's not half bad at it. So I mean, don't wholly wait for the getaway car, so you can get us out. So me and you sneak in, we go and grab it, and we get out. Probably be a good idea to get out of the area afterwards anyway, but we should probably do that eventually anyways with the whole Lance after us right there. Should probably at least get out of the area of that base first. But how's that plan sound to you?
I have at least 2 problems with whatever you just said.
What would they be?
1, we're not going back to opportunity to overlook. That's just asking to get caught because we were there and we have stuff that is there. So we're not going back to overlook. 2, Nessa can't drive.
Well, yeah, but there's
That is true. I cannot drive.
the other girl's there.
Geez, no.
Me, can you drive?
I drive.
You know, like, if he with his hands.
Gives a little trucker like pull the horn symbol.
I would
Yes,
rather me drive. And
Well,
I know
Nessa
don't
cannot drive.
We reach the pedals.
I don't have a license now.
That doesn't matter here on Pandora. It's okay, sweetie. It doesn't matter. It's not about the lack of the license for why we're not letting you drive. I'm sorry, Tanya, but Crystal does apparently want you to drive.
Didn't get
It's okay, I can't drive for myself.
Great plan. Has anybody here actually been to Opportunity?
No. I don't know anything about it. That's my third.
Fair.
Right?
Rule first bit of getaway driver here. The getaway driver is going to have to be in the city. There is a long bridge over a large, is it an ocean or a lake? I don't know. Large body of water. And Opportunity's in the middle of it.
Well, that's where Crystal's ability comes in. You can go very fast.
No,
very
like,
fast. Oh, just go boom.
Large. This
Plus
thing's
it.
like 3/4 bridge.
What if we hijack a transportation or food carrying vehicle?
We might have to do it anyways. We could hide in
See,
that.
we're gonna have to get in somehow.
Get out.
Vehicles.
Do they use boats?
Do what?
Do they have boats?
Boats.
Ships?
I don't have a boat. If you haven't
Not
noticed.
you. I mean, do they use them to get food and transport stuff
There
to
might be
opportunity?
No,
in the
basically
water.
they use the bridge.
What about when the bridge goes down?
Bridge is pretty sturdy. It hasn't really gone down for any of this. Boats have. The few
Is
boats.
there any way to destroy the bridge on our way out?
Probably should.
Why
That's a
not?
pretty tall ask, I gotta admit. That's a pretty sturdy bridge. They made it to last since it's the one way in and out.
All the
Same way you want to
non-
hype out Hyperion when they got a pride project, they go all in.
all the non-bandits and other people in the city.
This is Pandora.
It's mostly bandits.
It's mostly bandits.
I'm not gonna nah, it's not like Overlook where you got some nice people. This is mostly bandit town.
I feel no.
All right, so then we don't have. All right, then never mind. We don't have to worry about casualties. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, no, we don't. I mean,
So
You talked about opportunity and mentioned Hyperion. Are they based there? Who runs opportunity?
bandits. They're taking over
Currently,
bandits.
it's Skull, the Bandit Clan, Skull Threshers, and I think their guy was Skull Cracker or some stupid shit like that.
So Hyperion just let them take over or something?
Best I can put together, Hyperion didn't have a lot of choice. They were kind of scrambling after some bad vault business.
They didn't destroy the bridge or try to take it back when they have a giant satellite?
Oh, I think I know what
everything?
you're talking about. It's not up in the air. That came down a long time ago.
Wait, it's not? I haven't actually looked for it, to be honest. I just heard that it existed and that was up there.
Oh, it existed for a while, but it's not up there anymore. Trust me, you'd see that giant fucking H in the sky if that story's right.
So it's just been hiding behind the moon or something. I don't know how big it is.
Could have
That's
been.
giant.
Pretty big. For what I understand, it crashed a long ways back.
He's new to Pandora.
Any idea where it crashed? Or if
I could do some looking if you want, but at the moment, no.
I'm just
that
asking in
thing
case
be-
you know off the top of your head.
Yeah, if I run into it, I'll let you know.
Useful from it? Craven.
Shrugs. But,
Useful.
out of curiosity, basic plan here, just toss it out as well. Again, some people will have to make a distraction, and some people will have to try to get in.
Well, as I pointed out, I'm fairly good at
You can
stealth.
change that as you
but
want
on
to.
the
I'm willing to
Yeah.
just say it. I'm coming to help in case you need the help here, so count me into whatever circle of plans you need. But
It's better than
that was my
that
main
did.
thought.
Well, as I pointed out, I'm both very good at stealth, but I also explode. So I'd be good on either side, either as the stealthy side or the distraction side. Either works. Anyone else have any plan to want to chime in with?
How familiar are you with the inner workings of that city?
I've been there a couple times.
How often do dead bodies just show up?
Pretty daily.
Bandit City.
They have a sewer
Okay.
system?
Do what?
So do they have a sewer system?
Yes. Never got involved with it, but yes.
Well, we could infiltrate and just carve our way in through slowly if we just kill people along the way, getting as far as we need to, day by day, however long it
You could
takes.
just drive in the front gates. They let people in and out.
I meant after we're in.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Also,
just tossing it out
we
there.
might need you to drive us.
What?
I'd rather not be seen again anywhere.
You said you
Oh,
could help.
That makes it
Actively
harder, but
asking
we
to
can
be
do that.
seen is problematic.
Keep your exposure to a minimum. You know, just say it might help. Change the outfit up. Put a jacket on, something to cover those up while you're not using them.
I just don't
And-
like to.
He points at Felix. We can get some hair dye. They're in the middle of eating his freeze. Like, what? No, what?
Is Medina here?
Adina.
Yes, the Schmeat man is here. Schmeat has good smell, yes? He smellability good.
Yes.
Schmeat, at one point, Tanya drinking from a canteen, you're gonna be able to clearly smell blood.
I don't think Smeat's gonna care. He eats people.
No,
think
but it's
that's
for
the
him.
point. But can I take the plan and as you're in potentially?
I guess.
All right.
Well,
And,
I mean, it's
of course, payment.
Oh yes, payment.
There will be payment.
A car would be nice.
You're having money. You can drive, honey.
Try to get a
But we
vehicle lined up
still
for all
need a
you.
vehicle.
Only a vehicle.
So I need a vehicle, yes.
I could try to get a vehicle lined out for you as part of this.
Yes. Make sure that we're
I
able to.
have.
You can just go steal
yeah,
another
I have
one.
an
You don't
idea.
need to receive one as a reward.
Well, no, but it could be useful prize. Also, convenience.
Also,
Get
might
that
just
over.
toss it in there as something to get on the way out. There should be some there.
Yes. Mm.
But, just out of curiosity, yay or nay, everybody in?
Well, I mean, if Crystal's okay with it.
Mm. Yeah, alright, okay.
Holds out a hand.
Guess I'll take his hand, give him a shake.
Shakes it. I'll get everybody head up. We'll get you two some extra goodies, and I think this will be a golden opportunity for all of us. I will call session there for the night.
But you said
Oh,
you were
speak
gonna
for it.
circle back to me.
I was.
We do it.
Next session.
I don't suppose you
Yeah.
have any med
Yay.
packs. I'd like to ask him for some med packs before the end of the session, if he has any.
Some what?
Med packs.
That'll be part of next stuff when we get everybody equipped up real quick.
I remember I asked for them.
You know what? That's fair. We'll give a quick circle back around to you guys there.
Just
How far
because
back
this
are you
sets
going?
it to where the next thing that we do makes sense. We look around, they fucking teleported, there's no way in hell we're gonna find a track. So,
That's the hard
as
part.
such,
You do know they can teleport, basically.
doesn't matter, we have a couple leads we can still act upon. Fielding it to the group, I'm making this fast. I'll note that they still have a vehicle back and overlooking us, so we had a different quest to go
Oh.
find a guy. Oh?
They don't.
They don't.
So you have...
Don't have a vehicle back and overlook anymore.
Okay, so you think that they've taken the Lancer. Regardless, they probably think that they still have a
That's-
vehicle back
that's
and
something
overlook.
I should have highlighted for them. You would have seen that. They called it in.
You have a vehicle back at the land camp.
Okay.
Jethro gave him the part and told him to pick it up.
Okay, that's new information for me. Regardless, part of the things I'm saying, they probably don't know that they don't have a vehicle back in Overlook.
That's fair.
So if
They
you,
wouldn't.
so if the group wants or thinks that staking out that area would be a good call, that's fine. Otherwise, they have another quest in the area to go to this Iridian ruin, which I imagine that they'll still probably act upon. So we should check out there.
Alright. Iridian Ruin. Well, let's phone back to base and see if they know anything about Iridian Ruin. I'm kind of new to this area, unfortunately.
And if you have people in Overlook, have them keep an eye out. Which I imagine they're doing
Set
if they
up a
went there
watch
to
on
grab the
Overlook
thing.
and find out about a ruin. Can do.
I have the location of this ruin already. It's
Oh, remember, you only have a rough direction and time.
still.
You can still phone back, get them set up, and we'll set off
Yep.
the direction you think we need to go.
Overlook could probably be established in Overlook easily enough, so then we have to go to the ruin lines. We'll probably get there after they leave, but that's fine, because then they can still blah 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 blah.
Fair enough. And it's getting into the late afternoon, so they'll probably just have you say, so, well, we're doing that, we might as well start that way, get info passed on. And as they shake heads and close the deal, you set upon your way in the rough direction of the ruin.
It's more of a trip. I'm gonna stash the bike in the truck and just relax
There,
in the
everybody
technical.
piles in.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll call it. Bertram riding into the sunset, aiming in. Everybody else shaking hands around a fire. Clouds starting to form up in the sky as a little bit of rain starts. As we approach an edge of a storm. Now, that's where we'll call it.
Alrighty. Anything before I stop the recording?
Yeah, that went smoother than I thought.
don't know exactly what you mean, but okay.
Let's see how much of a body count. we can
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was expecting Crystal to kind of get in a fist fight with Clayton at first.
get. She has
Or
been
after was about to.
That's
thinking
what I was
about it.
saying. I was prepared for it.
But then Barry
No.
was as
And
deliberately friendly
was
as he
there.
could possibly be.
Meat
Oh,
exists.
Schmeat.
Meat not attacking. Meat happy. Not
Really?
my style.
Let's get out of here.